Can anybody hear me? Can anybody hear me? Ooh, child. Ooh, child. Can anybody hear me? Can anybody hear me? Ooh, child. Ooh, child. Can anybody hear me? Can anybody hear me? Ooh, child. Ooh, child. Can anybody hear me? Can anybody hear me? Ooh, child. Ooh, child. Can anybody hear me? Can anybody hear me? Ooh, child. Ooh, child. Can anybody hear me? Can anybody hear me? Ooh, child. Ooh, child. Can anybody hear me? Can anybody hear me? Ooh, child. Ooh, child. Can anybody hear me? Can anybody hear me? Hey, Room Shaker, how you doing, girl? Ooh, child. Ooh, child. Can anybody hear me? Can anybody hear me? Ooh, child. Ooh, child. Hey, Dee Dee. Hey, Daquan. Child. I named this video, Ooh, child. Lemon has declared war. Um, he's really upset right now, and he don't seem like he's really drunk. Now he probably been drinking, but I seen drunk lemon, and this ain't drunk lemon. So I don't know. He says he's not doing a Halloween show. Hey, certified weirdo. Um, he called out several people tonight. Like him and Ghetto got into it earlier. Um, and I could see that one. I could see that one coming. Um, he really liked Ghetto a lot. And last night, I'm not talking about tonight. Last night, I know he said something about Ghetto. It hurt his feelings, and then he wouldn't go into it, and then he would say a little more. So I'm just assuming. I don't know, but I do know that Ghetto went to Texas for a golf tournament, and him and Mysterious was supposed to hook up. Now I don't know if they did because I didn't go to her live. When I went to her live yesterday morning, she was headed to somewhere in Texas. She said, but I can't remember, and I didn't make a note of it. But then I found out that Ghetto was there. So, putting one and one together, listening over in the Mo 3 sector, I'm assuming they met up for lunch or whatever. I don't know whatever. I don't know if his woman was with him. I don't know anything about that. I'm just saying that they were supposed to meet up. Okay, so I don't know if Lemon got in his feelings because Ghetto was not supposed to be come to his show for a couple of days since he was going out of town. Um, I don't know if he's back at home now, but he was wherever he's at. He's with that lady he called his woman. So I don't know. I have to go around in more 3 sector. I just go with Miss Sirius tomorrow, and I ask her, "Hey, did you meet up with Lemon? Did you meet up with Ghetto?" I will ask that, but I don't understand why a person would get in their feelings if the man gonna be just gone for a couple of days. It's not like he's gone forever, and he's not gonna be back to back to YouTube to be on his panel. I don't know what the fuck going on right there. Okay, but like I said, I could see this coming, but I didn't know it would be over this. Well, tonight it escalated. And the reason it escalated is because this lady named Sister, she hit Lemon Panel last night and ZX was trying to court her. And, ZX was, trying to woo the lady. And the lady went to his panel today to ZX Live. And whatever they talked about, I don't know. I was not there. But when Ghetto said for Lemon to just like step back, don't be cock blocking, don't get between them two. Let them two talk about whatever they gonna talk about. Well, Lemon didn't take that very well. He said, I talk about what the hell I want to talk about, and blah blah this and blah blah that. And Ghetto and Malik was saying that he could break the man code, which I ain't got time for that. Me can't be bothered with the girlfriend code and the man code because this is the internet, and these people don't live in the same state. So what's the big damn deal? I don't care who. I don't care who go with who. But on here, 9 times out of 10, they're not never gonna meet each other. So I don't know what the big deal is. I don't get it, but they get it. Well, they kept going back and forth, and Ghetto kept dropping, but he was come back and he say some more, and then Lemon will say some more, and then other people on the panel will say some more, of course, and then Ghetto would drop again, and then it was just back and forth, and it just was getting heated and heated and heated. Hey, Dr. Soapy. Hey, Miss Lacey. But that was just a mess, and it got even messier. Okay, now I'm getting ready. That's all I got to say about Ghetto right now and Lemon issue. Now we're going on further, and he talks to Krista whatever kind of way he want to. Okay, so of course we got that action. Okay. Then he started talking about people not like respecting him, and I do this and I do that. And earlier today, I seen Nika has shared out Shakim on the membership. Now, I don't know about this. When a person share you on the membership, do the regular people see it that's not members, or do just the members see it? I don't know. But he was upset because Nika shares Shakim, and allegedly she don't share him. And I think he said the last time that she shared him, we'll just say 6 days ago, something like that. I don't want nobody to get mad at me about not sharing them out. I try to share out, like when I move around, I've gotten in the habit of sharing it as soon as I go into the live. But a lot of times now I don't know what the live gonna be about. Just because the person's name is in the title don't mean they're gonna talk about them bad. They might talk about them good. So I'm kind of iffy on that sharing shit. I don't know why people get mad when you don't share them. I don't know why people get mad when you do share them, because it's a double-edged sword. because I might share somebody, we'll just say Tracy don't like. I might share them out. Hell, I don't know what the hell they want to. And just because they Tracy enemy don't mean they my enemy. Okay? So I don't get that. And then sometimes you just forget to share a person out. Because I forget to share them out. So I don't understand that. You know, I don't understand it. So maybe it's something to it that I'm not seeing. But I think to get into it with a person over a share, I don't understand it. I'm not gonna do it. If you get mad at me for not sharing you out, I'm sorry. But I ain't gonna kiss your ass to make you try to get along with me. You know, damn if you do and damn if you don't on that one. Okay, so to me, that's not a big enough reason to fall out with a person. That's not a big enough reason to not want to do the Halloween contest. Now, what Shakim talked about, I don't know because I don't watch Shakim, but Shakim must have dragged him pretty bad. Or Shakim said something, that upset him. But Shakim talk about him every day. Every day on Shakim Live, from what I hear, that's his. Welcome to TNT. Thank you for coming. Thank you. And you have a wonderful night too. So, shit, I don't understand it. To me, that's not a big enough reason not to like anybody or escalate, because you never know. Like I said, I don't know if the regular people can see it when you share stuff in the membership. Because see, I'm a member just to one person. I'm not a member. I can't afford everybody membership. So, like I said, I'm just gonna keep this one person. And if I decide to donate to people, I will. But I'm not gonna be forced to be a member anywhere. And I choose to keep it like that because I want to keep up with my bank account. You understand? And if I'm not gonna be everybody member, I'm not even gonna try to start that shit. I'm not. If people want to do it, that's on them. But like I said, I'm not. The membership shit I ain't doing because I can't afford it. Okay. Now that's me, Taylor Smith. Now I don't know about you, Taylor Smith. Now you might be the person that could be a member to everybody chat you go to, but Paulette is not. And plus, I don't really care. That's just me. Now it might be some different for other people, but I just can't do it because I go too many places. I go too many lives to too many places to be getting a goddamn membership everywhere. And if you want to get mad at me because I don't have a membership to your channel, be mad. Okay? I don't give a fuck. Okay, Miss Lacey, I don't care. Dr. Soapy, now I ain't gonna explain it either. Now, if I ever get a membership, if you want to get a membership, okay. If you don't want to, okay. Because, see, I don't have that now. I don't have membership, so it ain't no big deal. But like I said, if I do get membership, you can get it or you don't. I don't care. It ain't going to make me feel no different about you, okay? Now, that's just me, all right? And a lot of times they be saying you don't support them, even though you could support them by coming to their channel, even though you could support them by, chatting in the chat, even though you could support them by liking their videos, it's still not enough. They want money. Okay? But to me, support is support. And, I'm not giving everybody no money. That's just me, TC. But if the person want to donate, they can donate. So that kind of irritate me when they be saying, you don't donate anyway. So I'm not going to be forced to do something I don't want to do. I just quit go on to your channel if you feel that way about it. That's just me. A view is a view. Okay, a view is a view, girl. Body works. Wait a minute. Krista has made it practically clear that she's not meeting Lemon, and even if she does, they won't be doing anything. So that's yeah. I don't think Krista gonna ever meet him. And I don't fault her for not meeting him. If I don't want to meet nobody on YouTube, I don't want to do that. Hey, Dreamy, I a lot of this shit I ain't getting. And then another thing I've noticed with Lemon is that you know telling people like what to do, say, and do on their lives. Just because I'm a participant in your live and I'm a moderator in your live, you can't tell me what to talk about on my channel. Hey, Brown's Beauty World. Now it kind of used to be like that, you know, like okay, we'll just say Tracy did something out in the streets. And since I like her, I'm not supposed to say when she do something bad. No, when Tracy fuck up, I'm gonna talk about her when she fuck up out here. If it's bad enough, I'm gonna discuss it. Cause hell, everybody else on YouTube gonna be discussing it. Whatever it is, that's with anybody. Ooh, child. Yeah, war's gonna be in full effect with Lemon. He's on go right now. Nika, you may as well get ready. Cause he declared war with you. And Pizarro, he said if you get in it, you gonna get it too. Now he said that. And he said it very clear. Go to the end of the live, about the last 10 minutes and just listen. And he tells to put Bizarro, if you get in this shit, I'm getting you too. He's saying it just as plain as day. So I'm assuming that Pizarro probably will jump in it because Nika is her girl. Just like when somebody go after Brianna, Pizarro is gonna be the first one to go to her defense. I've seen her do it too many times. Hey, the 185. I've seen her. I've seen her fight for Bree when Bree wouldn't fight for herself. I've seen her go to war for Nika when Nika didn't feel like fighting. You know, Sometimes they don't feel like fighting. Now, some people in the chat were saying that Nika has had a procedure. I don't know anything about that. Like I said, I haven't been in the beef sector a whole lot in the last couple of days because I've been liking what's going on in the Mo3 sector. And I don't want to hear about that man getting assassinated. I don't want to hear about the National Guard. If I want to hear about that, all I got to do is turn on my TV or go to another, go to the world stuff on YouTube, and I can keep up with that myself. And I don't feel like arguing with nobody about them sending the National Guard there because my opinion, if it's yes for it or no for it, it really don't matter because the shit is already in action. You know, I have no control about what's going on with that. I have no control about that man getting shot. I have no control of what people are saying about that. Okay, Taylor, and I ain't gonna argue with nobody about my opinion. I don't want to do that on YouTube. You know, my opinion may be different than everybody else on YouTube, but the hell it's mine, and I shouldn't have to argue about it because you're not gonna change my mind. Once my mind made up about something, and that's with anything in my life. Big girl Haley, you understand what I'm saying? Yeah, but like I said, Lemon wasn't drunk. Like I said, I've heard him drunk, and I think he just blowed a lot of shit out tonight, and he just telling what he feel, and he don't appreciate Nika sharing Shaquille out. But what is the big deal? Because Shaquille talk about Lemon every day. Like I say, he talk about him every day. What made today so different? Okay, What made today so different? But like I said, I don't know if Shakim drove the hell out of him. I don't know. But like I said, it's not for me to see. I'm gonna see how this shit play out. I tell you that. And I'm gonna be on with Nichols and see if she go live tomorrow. I'm gonna be in the beef circle tomorrow. I'm gonna see what the hell going on. Because I missed some child. Playing on my top, that's what they doing, playing on each other top. And they playing on each other top in the beef sector. They're playing each other top in the Mo 3 sector, playing all in each other face, and they supposed to be cool. And see, ain't got time for that. I ain't in good with nobody like that. I don't want to be. You know, Patty LaBelle, I don't want to be in shit. And then all of a sudden, when I go off and get mad, then everybody gonna be looking at me crazy. Bertha May, Matthew Edwards, I'm telling you, Madison, these people on here act like they real cool and shit. They not cool. These people are in different states. These people have never talked, never met each other. How could you get so involved in YouTube? Madison, I don't understand it. I think I'm missing something, but I don't think I am. What y'all think? I don't take this shit serious. I don't care. I'm just gonna watch it. Lemon pepper. Lemon can't tell. No, he can't tell. Ain't nobody on here gonna tell me what to do. Ain't nobody on here gonna tell me what to say. Don't nobody jump in when the people on my damn head. Don't nobody jump in and say, "Hey, they don't do that." So hell, fuck that. Proud wife. I ain't got time for that shit. And then you'll be arguing every day, like if okay, now we'll just say like with the instance with Lolo. Now Lolo, she don't have a gigantic crowd every night. And it's just the facts. Well, evidently she had a live and she had a whole lot of people over there the other night. I was not there. But her panel was full. And there, different ones talking and stuff. It is what it is. When I could see a person, if you ain't used to all these people on your panel and you got to like listen to everything they say. Oh no, don't you talk about her because she my friend. I don't like them. You should have jumped in. That's bullshit. That's bullshit. And then on this one, Lemon, you set Lolo up to make you get mad at her because you was in the clouds. To me, he should have jumped down and started talking to the restaurant. If you didn't like what that man was saying, you was there in the clouds. And a lot of times we be in the clouds, okay? But if your ass is in the clouds and a person is saying something against you, it's not my place to jump in. And the shit might just be going over my head. A lot of times I be in a lot of these lives, I might go to sleep. Or I be on mute, I might be in another room doing something. Okay, I might miss a lot of shit. I be speaking and stuff, but I might speak a little bit and then go on mute, and I'm not nowhere near my computer. I might not hear what's going on. You never know what's going on here. He might be friends with Lolo just for that. I don't know. But like I said, the part of this situation that I don't agree with, if you in the clouds and you hear somebody talking about you, it's your responsibility to jump down. And the man said he was in the cloud. It wasn't Lolo place to say, hey, don't talk about Lemon because he's not here. He should have never said he was in the clouds listening to everything. And then they played the video, some of the video last night on his live. It really wasn't nothing for Lolo to say. It was two men up there talking. So you want whatever that grip or drip or whatever his name is, you want him to stop it, and you also want Lolo to stop it. I don't get that, but I may be missing something. Now, with me on my channel, when I first went live, I told the rules and the regulations on my channel. And the only person you can't talk about over here is Tracy. And when the people come in here and do it, I say, if you want to stay in my chat, don't talk about Tracy. And and if you do talk about her again, you're gonna be blocked. I had that situation on my last live, that train wreck person coming here with that Tracy shit. I said, you can't do that in here. Now, if you do it again, you're gonna get blocked. I told that person that, and they didn't say nothing else against Tracy. And that's the only rule I got. Okay? And don't be messing with me too tough, but as far as like banging in the chat, if you want to bang in the chat, bang away. I'm not anybody's protector. I'm not going to be, if I don't want to fight for you, I'm not going to do it because I don't have to. I'm not getting paid for that shit. And like I said, don't nobody fight for me. Hey, Black Pearl, and the E-Money, how you doing? And welcome. I'm just not going to do it. I ain't, But another thing, like I said, I'm going to talk about whatever I want to talk about. And if you don't like what I'm talking about, you're more than welcome to go somewhere else. Because when I be places, I don't tell the people, I don't want to hear this and let's change the conversation. No, I ain't finna do that. I don't have to be at your live. I can go somewhere else. Or I could watch all the lives. I don't have the weekend, I did Netflix, honey. I did Netflix, but then when I wasn't on Netflix and not doing something else around my house, then I came to YouTube and I caught up on some of my videos that I missed, doing the old red ball thing. I just did not feel like just being into YouTube the weekend. I felt like Netflix, and that's what I did. I was purging on my shows, baby. I seen what that name? Black Beauty, Black Beauty, or whatever the name of that show is. I watched it. I purged on that. I watched the whole season, and I'm waiting on pins and needles for the next season. So I don't know when that's gonna come back on. Beauty and Black, that's the name of it. I really enjoyed that. I purged on our shows. That's what I did, and then caught up on stuff that I, had did on my DVR. Yeah, Beauty and Black, that's the name of it. That is a good show. I like it, and honey, I purged on that and watched the whole season. Season 3, and I loved it. I thought it would have been more action than it was, but I can understand. I can be patient, and but that's what I did. My granddaughter had her baby shower. She's having the baby next month, and we're here. We can't wait. Okay. She's getting tired. She's having a little girl, and had a big baby. Like I said, that's her second one. Her big baby shower, but this was the real big one. So that's another thing I was doing. Hey, no pressure. Like I said, I can't wait to see her little butt. I can't wait till she get here. And I seen another thing. I seen a lady had a baby. I think it was in Florida, and this lady have big babies every time she have babies. But this last one, it weighed 13 pounds, child. And it wears a 9 month, like a newborn baby. She's wearing a 9 month pamper, not the newborn. She wearing the 9 month, like the size two. No, she wearing a size two pamper, and her clothes that she put on is the 6 to 9 months child, and a newborn. And she just is round and just big jaws and big rolls on her little arm, big rolls on her legs and stuff. And I was saying, whoa, that's a lot of baby, 13 pounds. But I had a friend had one that was over 11, and that was a big baby. And that was back in the day. But child, that 13 pounds, that's a lot to carry in your arms. And just think about it in her belly. And the lady said that when she was pushing, she said it felt different. Hell, I bet it did feel different when you was pushing. Big as that baby was. She said she felt a lot of pressure. I was saying, I bet you did feel a lot of pressure. Hey, no pressure. You getting ready for work? I hope you have a good day at work, child. But Lemon, honey, he expressed how he felt on a lot of things. And like I said, he wasn't drunk. You know, like I said, I seen him drunk, and he wasn't nowhere near drunk. You know, thank you, Tessa, and thank you, Vanessa, for about my little grandbaby, my little great grandbaby. This gonna be my second one, child. I never thought. You just think about when you were a young girl. You don't never think about how, you have kids, and then you have grandkids, and you think that's a lot, but a great grandbaby. Oh, child, that's my roots. You see what I'm saying? And I think I never thought I would see the day that I would produce and keep producing. You see what I'm saying? Because I only have two children, but I'm seeing my roots, and that's pretty neat. Um, it's different, but it's pretty neat. And I keep thinking, like when my little great granddaughter, the one that's here, I be saying she's my granddaughter, but she really not. She's my great grand. And I be saying, child, a lot of people can't say that, you know, but I think I'm blessed. Um, hey, Peaches. Ooh, child. But yeah, Lemon, I want to see what the day gonna bring. I think the beef sector is gonna be lit up today with Pizarro doing lives. With I know Krista gonna go live about it. Uh, Brianna probably have a good live about it. Um, and Nika gonna have a live. I believe King Roman might pop out. Because like this is hot news. To me, it's hot news, but it might not be to you. Lemon just posted, rest in peace to Shakira, Chicago. What she she passed? Yeah, three generation. Yeah, my daughter, her daughter, and the great grandbaby. Yeah, we got to take a picture together, all of us. Need a family portrait when the newborn come here. If I'm living, Lemon just posted recipe to Shakira, Chicago. Did she pass? Now I heard that she had been sick, but I didn't know she was that sick. Boy, she was young. Ooh, child. I wonder what happened. So Dr. Sophie, she passed? Oh my God. She wasn't old at all. Huh. She was in our Discord, but then she said she was gonna be gone. And then I will see her after that. Sometime I will see her in chats. Oh wow. I heard that she had been being sick though. But I didn't ask her what the problem was or anything like that because that ain't my business. I don't ask people unless they say something, like lovely love. It's on Lemon Wall. I think so. Oh my God. Wow. I thought her little just a little illness. Sometimes you might have a surgery or something, and I thought it may put, getting over that. Wow. Because I know, Mika had surgery on her throat like about a month ago, and that's why when somebody was telling her, Lady Snoop was saying that Mika was getting out of breath when she was arguing the other day, and I said, hey, she had problems with her throat because I know she had those problems. But I don't know what Chicago, I don't know. I didn't know her illness was like that serious. I thought it was something that she was just recuperating from. Wow. And I'm gonna tell y'all something that I had to leave the lab. I couldn't stay there no more. A couple of days ago at Pizarro's, a lady was like saying stuff in the chat. You know how sometimes you can be saying something smart in the chat. I'm watching a video that Shakira posted 4 hours ago. Oh my God. Swag TV. She did a video posted 4 hours ago. Holy. Monique. Ooh. Hey, Jay Parrish. Wow. Ooh. I didn't know that. Well, I was over at Pizarro's the other day, and sometimes you could write something in the chat and they'll read it out. And Pizarro's, she whatever she read, and she said, "Well, just hit the panel." And the lady hit the panel, and when she started talking, she couldn't hardly talk. And she said she had had a stroke like Friday, and she couldn't hardly talk. And so they was asking for her cash app, and the lady, they was telling her to put it in the chat or to put it in the back chat. And she kept saying, well, I can find it. Let me find it. And she was so weak. She was so weak. She said that she had like a thing on her brain. Fuck YouTube. Yes, she passed. Oh my God. Rest in peace, baby. I didn't know. I didn't know you was this sick. But it could have been like something just fast. I don't know. Oh. But like I said, this lady, I think I wrote her name. What's her page? I don't know. Somebody posted that on their wall. Let me roll up, and I can tell you where to go. Let me go back. Let me see. Swag TV is about to post it on their wall, so you'll be able to see it. Oh boy. Mm. Hey, she love. How you doing? That's Shakira, Chicago. Oh wow. And she had said that she wasn't gonna be, as active on YouTube, because she was sick, but I didn't ask, like I said, I didn't ask what was wrong with her, anything like that, because I don't be that nosy. Now if they say what it is, that's different, but I don't ask no questions about when people say they sick. Yeah, prayers to her family for her. Mm. Hey, Patty LaBelle. See, I don't know anything about her. I don't know if she has children. I don't know anything because I don't. Hey, Sour Patch. I don't know if she has children or anything. Ooh, wow. Ooh, that kind of took me away. Took my mind, just went away just then when I read that. Rest in peace. Mm, 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 mm. Ooh, child. And I decided to get my live in, which I've been saying I was gonna go live for days. And child, I wasn't in the mood. Like I said, I Netflixed, honey. Well, let me go and get on my notes on her page. I just shared it on my page. Okay, okay. I wonder how you found out. Hmm, that is a trip. And she been around a long time, you know? There's another one too, but she was fine on there. Oh, well, we never know when that time coming. You know, we all know we all gotta go, child. You know. Oh Lord. Now I'm gonna talk about. I'm in the beef sector on the news that I'm gonna talk about over here. I'm gonna tell y'all the craziest, the roughest fight that was over the weekend. To me, this was the one that it was great, y'all. And it was Sunday morning. I don't know why, Pastor. I'm going to see what I can find out. Okay, I live here where she. Okay, swag. Hey, lady, whistle down. Okay, now what was the biggest fight I seen over the weekend, child? It was between Pastor and Yolanda is Yolanda. And they drugged the hell out of each other. You hear me? And it was Sunday morning, child. You know, Pastor was out moving around. There is no video. Pastor was out moving around, child. And I don't know. Yolanda and the pastor used to be cool. She used to be over there all the time. Well, honey, something happened between them. I have no clue what it was, but they was dragging the hell out of each other. Do you hear me? And this is some of what they said. I started to write every word for word down, but I said, "No, y'all can go to their channel and watch it." Uh, wait a minute. Yolanda was calling him a big titty MFer, and she said his back. She talked about the back of his head, how he had them rolls and all of that. Child, she was telling him, that he had wrinkles on the front of his head and wrinkles on the back of his head, and she was telling him that he was wearing tablecloths, because he had a red and white, like with the little bitty checks, that kind of shirt. They look like a the tablecloth people put on their table. Everybody got one. The red and white ones, or the blue and white with the little squares. She told me that he wear his clothes be made out of tablecloth. Girl, oh, she was dragging, child, and honey, he was dragging too, and they was laughing at the same time. Brian, the one, hit me to it because I went over to Brian's and he was talking about it. He was playing some of it, and if you want to hear it, you can go to either Pastor Live and Yolanda Live, or if you want to hear just the short of it when they really dragging, honey, go to Brian's, child. He did a live on it, and he would play Yolanda Dragon, then he would play Pastor Dragon. Then he would talk, and then he would play Yolanda Dragon and Pastor Dragon, child. And they was tearing each other up. Do you hear me? and he was talking about how her wig looked, and he said that her back of her head looked awful. And he said, and I got the back of your head. So, child, I've been looking at his community wall. He hadn't put her back of her head with her wig on his wall yet, but he said he got it. And you keep playing with me. I got the back of your head and how your wig look and stuff. And I was crying, child. And he said, wait a minute. But like I said, them two really, really, really drug each other. And I'm gonna tell you somebody that's been active on YouTube, and I'm loving it. Is Summer Breeze, honey. She been hitting the panels, and I love it. Okay, and I know Summer Breeze going to start you a channel. I will be there when you go live. You know, I know you have a good channel, and I know you itching. You know, like when I started my channel, you lied to me like you was gonna start on live, and you didn't. Please start a channel. Please start going live, cause you got it, honey. Okay, and people will support you because you tell it just like it is. And Summer Breeze hit Pastor channel because you know I went over to Brian's and was nosy and found out what was going on. You know I had to run my ass over there to Pastor, and he had made like 3 lives Sunday, child. And on one of his lives, Summer Breeze hit the panel, and she asked him why was he so evil and bitter, you know. And I was saying what, and before she can get that out of her mouth, Pastor started going at her, child, and they was going back and forth, and and the pastor told her she was evil and nasty, and he said that she was a shit starter, and then he said that he bet that she be getting kicked out of churches, um, you know, saying stuff like that, and she called him evil and vile, and she said she don't know why he jumped out of his panties, and he said, I don't wear panties, I wear boxers. And they were just going back and forth. And Tia Mo was on the panel, and she had questions for Pastor, Themis O, and Krista. They were on the panel, okay? So she started with Pastor with the evil and nastiness, and then she asked Theo, because Pastor dropped her, okay? And she hit the panel again. And, they were dragging each other again, and she dropped it. He dropped her again. And then she went to Theo and started asking her questions. And she said that, I don't know how you could sit up here and the way Pastor called you all out your name, girl, talked about you like a dog. He was calling you black, crispy, and all that kind of stuff. And uh, Theo was going back at her too, and then Pastor dropped her again, child. And then they was just sitting up there talking and stuff, and then she hit the pound, and he wouldn't let her get up there. He told her 3 strikes till she was out, child. But honey, Pastor was, when you go back at Pastor now on his panel, he'll let you go for a little bit, and then he'll drop you, and then he'll talk his shit. Instead of arguing back and forth with you, he'll do it for a little while, but then he'll drop you, and that's how he kept doing Summer Breeze. But honey, Summer Breeze, when she be hitting the panel, she's when she got something, she just blunt with it. Because she hit Lemon Panel that night, and what was she saying to him? Okay, I think it was something about Krista or something about that. It wasn't nothing bad or nothing, and it wasn't nothing that Lemon would drag her about. But that she's asked questions, like questions that we be having in the panel, and you might be too scared to put it down. She the one that'll get up there on the panel lately, and I've been loving that. Uh, I used to didn't care for Summer Breeze. I'm just gonna be for real because I didn't think she cared for me. But what she was doing, she was trolling, you know, and I was one of the people that she would troll. But I don't troll, but and I, sometimes when I get trolled, it'll piss me off, or I just quit replying to the person. But she is a troll, you know. And once you figure it out that she trolling you, then it's not so bad. Okay. But I used to couldn't stand her ass, cause she used to talk that shit to me in the channel, in the chats, and I would get mad. Okay. And one of the main reasons that she started talking shit to me was back in the day when Tracy and Bye Babe didn't get along. You know, back in the day when the person that you supported was against somebody else, you didn't fool with them. But it ain't like that now. Okay? But I've always went to where I wanted to go, even in the enemy territory. But I'm one that got to move around like that. But it was a lot of people, they would not ever go to another channel. Like if Teresa didn't like them, we didn't even go over there. That's just the way it used to be. But things have changed in the beef sector. That's one thing that changed, a big change for the beef sector. It was like this side and that side. And that's as plain as I can put it. There were sides, and there were, it was what it was. And the reason that I would move around where I wanted to go, and other pieces that people that was in Tracy camp, is because a lot of people was against Tracy. And if you waited for Tracy to go live, that would be the only place you can go. I would be in other lives and they be dragging Tracy, but I wouldn't be participating. I wasn't saying yay and I wasn't saying nay, because Tracy had always told us not to fight for her. So I didn't fight for her, But I heard a lot of people dragging the hell out of her. And that's just the way it was back then, but it's not like that so much now. And another thing that happened over here in the beef sector, TMO and Shakim fell out. And now I'm gonna just say what I seen. And it might not be right, but it's the way I seen it, okay? Because I don't be in the beef sector a whole lot, okay? I be in other sectors. Well, one morning, Kimmy went live. And when she went live at the beginning of her live, she said, "Hey, Shakim, I unblocked you and something else." And in my mind, I was saying, oh, shit. Because Shakim and Theo was cool. And I said, that shit ain't going to go well with Theo. And I knew it wasn't. Well, different people were saying stuff like everywhere I would go. And then Theo was live, and Lemon had left from YouTube cameras. Like he was at YouTube cameras, and that's where he found out that there was a problem forming with Theo and Shakim. That's what Lemon found out. But see, I already knew because I was at Kimmy's. Well, he left YouTube cameras, and when Theo went live, he hit the link. And of course, he let her know that Shakim didn't say to take his mod stick because he done took yours and stuff like that. And I was saying, what? And then I was seeing when Theo was moving around, like at Pastors, when I got to Pastors, she was saying, like, Theo was talking to Pastor, like, well, hell, I ain't even talked to him. We ain't even like got to talk. And it went from 0 to 60, And I was saying, damn. Yeah, Soapy, and to me, like when a person is trolling you and you drag them, then they say, I was just trolling you. Ain't that picking when you be trolling? Vanessa, I can't get it. To me, when you trolling, you picking, and I'm gonna cuss you out sometime when I feel like it. And I used to cuss Summer Breeze out all the fucking time, cause she will be putting smart stuff in the chat, and it seemed like my eyes would go straight to her thing. And the main place I used to have to get her with when I'd be over at Mahias, and we'd be up there talking, and I'd be saying stuff about the beef sector, and we would just be talking about the beef sector and the Mo3 sector. Well, she might put in there, that's beef sector business. You don't need to be saying nothing about that over here in the Mo3 sector. Shit like that. And you lie all the time. Don't believe nothing Paulette say, cause she lie all the time. She don't never get it right. She be saying shit like that, and I be saying, damn. And then when I bust in the head, then hey, what? I was trolling. I don't get that shit. To me, when you trolling, you picking at me. And I be, if I feel like I'm gonna bust you in your head, except really when you say something I really don't like, and I'm not in the best mood, of course, and I'm gonna cuss your ass out. Vanessa, you hear me? Oh. To me, when you trolling, it's you picking, because you don't like me and you messing with me. And that's the way I feel about it. Okay. Sure. But like I said, I've been enjoying her being on panels. You know, it's different. It's a new character for us to enjoy. And we enjoy some of them, and some of them we don't enjoy. And I'm enjoying her. Hitting the panels. I really am, because she's been on YouTube forever. And like I said, I enjoy her energy, and hopefully she'll start going live, and we'll have somewhere different to go. KC Kool-Aid, somewhere different, you know. But like I said, I think she's getting on the verge of starting to do lives, and I think she would be a plus for the beat sector. And even if you don't like her, it's a lot of content creators I don't like, and some of them I do go to their channel, and some of them I don't. Like Kim, I don't like him, and I do not fool around over there on his channel. Okay, but there's some people I don't like. I do go to their channel. But I don't be like every time they go live, it's gonna be no. I run over there. Nope. If it ain't nothing that I want to see on YouTube, but if it's something that's going on out there in the YouTube street, I will go over there and see what the hell going on for myself. But like when Shakim has shit going on over there, I don't even go over there. I just don't. And that's just me. But he's not the only person that I don't care for, so that I don't go to their channel. And then there's a lot of times people I like be going live. Hell, I don't feel like listening to what they talking about today. I just don't feel like it. I go somewhere else. I just be moving around. That's just me on the way I move around on YouTube. Hey, Isri. Good morning. Let me see what else I got. What did I do with my notepad? But yeah, I think today's gonna be a good day for YouTube. Let me see. I think the person that I was talking about that had like the brain problem the other day, name was Speak Your Mind. That's the person that had a brain stroke and was on YouTube, and I was saying, damn, I can't believe that. But that's the person. Speak Your Mind. I hope everything's better for you. I think you need to stay off of here because, like I said, sometimes it can get intense on here, and that is the last thing you need. Just recuperate, because what you're going through is very serious. Let's see. Okay, now on YouTube cameras, I went over there the other day, and that was the morning after Lemon's mother had told him to get out. His mother, he was alive. And Lemon, another thing, if you do stay with your mother, I'm not saying that you do, and I'm not saying you don't, but it seems like you do, and now you're saying you do, okay? But just think about it. Your mother works, and I don't know if she still work at night, but you used to like, hey, I got to get up live for a minute. I'm going on mute. I'm going to uh talk to my mom. I talk to her every night when she get off work. Make sure she get home safely. Now that's how you used to do, but now you don't do that. But just think, she done work and might get off. We'll just say 12 o'clock Central, which is 10 o'clock your time or something like that. All right, and then you stay live till like 3 and 4 o'clock in the morning. And Lemon, you when you on one, you be screaming, hey, yeah, blah, blah, loud as you can to us. Your mother don't want to hear that every night, and that's on anybody that's a content creator. Just think about it. You done worked all night. I mean, worked half the night. Then you come home for relaxation, and you in there hollering and stuff. And you probably be walking through the house because you go smoke and you go back to your room or wherever you be at in the home. That's a lot of noise for a person. I think you need to be more considerate if you do live with your mom. Like the night that she told you to get out, you was really on one that night. You were upset and you was just talking all that shit. And like I said, if you lived in the house with me, I would tell you to get out. It's a time and a place for everything. And the time to me, the time that you need to be going off and stuff is when she's at work. But after that, you need to cool it down. And that's just being respectful. I'm not telling you what to do or nothing like that. It's just gonna have to, you have your considerate hours and have your like I said, if she work an 8 hour shift, you got 8 hours you can go off. But when she come home, just tone it down some because, like I said, she might not want to stay up all night listening to you in the other room talking to us on YouTube. You just have to think about that. And then that was on the time when you was like one of your uh times that you was going live and you was getting drunk every day. I mean, drunk. You was drunk for days in a row last week, and I'm sure they get on her nerve because you her child. You know, to see you drunk and to hear you drunk and you walking all through the house and stuff. I could see that it could create a problem. You know, and that's just me talking. And another thing that you've been doing, Lemon, when people are other places moving around in YouTube, just because I'm your moderator, I'm being to it with people out here in YouTube, in the YouTube sphere. I don't have to tell you why I'm into it with them. I don't have to tell you nothing. You don't know why I'm into it with them people. You can't tell me, but I'm over here on your channel, and this person messing with me that I can't drag them back. Because you don't be everywhere. You don't know why people into it. You don't know what the beef started over. The two people that's in the beef, they know. Like you was telling Krista not to be messing with Brenda and not to be messing with the other person. I can't think of who their name was. That's not cool. Because you don't know who right and who wrong. You don't know if Brenda right. You don't know if Krista right. You know. So you can't you not now you might do Krista like that, but you don't approach me about what I'm doing out here in the street, who I'm into it with. And don't tell me I can't say nothing to them just because they moderator and I'm a moderator. I can't say nothing to them. Now, it's some of the moderators that you have that I do not care for, and they know exactly who they are. If they leave me alone, I'll leave them alone. But if they ever say anything to me over there at your live, I'm going to drag the shit out of them. And they go for any other motherfuckers that I don't like. They know who I don't like. I don't like them and they don't like me. It's clear. We can't be no more clear than we are. But if one of them hoes say something to me over there, I'm gonna say something to them. And I dare you to say something to me about it. There ain't no making up. Don't try to make us up. It's up and it's stuck. And ain't nobody gonna tell me what to say. If I feel like dragging them bitches every day on here. I may not do it on your live, but out here in these streets, just let me move how I move and don't say a shit to me about nobody I'm into it with. It's up and it's stuck. I don't give a fuck who they is. And I ain't got to explain nothing to nobody. I have like when I'm into it with somebody, I say it on my live. And if you don't come over here and you don't want to go back into the lives, that's on you. And I ain't got to explain why I'm into it with these bitches on here and these niggas. That's just me. Okay? I don't know how I got on that, but I think I needed to make that very clear. Oh, that was going back to about your mama saying to get out. And I was saying for you, to be more considerate for her. Because I'm sure you probably be in your room with the door closed, but I'm sure you be drunk sometime and you forget and you start that hollering and stuff and your mama hear you. You probably leave your door open when you go out there to smoke and come back in. You probably leave the door open to your bedroom. I can understand it. But I can understand you and I can understand your mama on that one. Okay, and I told you guys about him in ghetto. Simon, he been coming over there, and I can give Simon or I could take him. I really ain't got nothing to say for him. He just another YouTuber, as far as I'm concerned. But Lemon been having a lot of company over on his channel since I went last time. And the people that has been going on his channel is Ghetto Intellect, Simon, Tracy, Lolo, Krista, uh, Right to Be Told, Brooke, Malik, Sassy, Tulsa, Sanity, Carla, Misty, Vic, Stefan, let me see, Purple Rain, Pizza, Sparkles, Binary, Misty, Sheffy, Dory, Dimples, Sour Patch. Now, them the ones I'm naming right now. And I'll tell you who been getting into it with each other since the last time I went live. Okay, and I did explain earlier about Lemon thinking that Lolo should have stopped Restro from going off, dragging him over there. Um, you know, and Lemon saying that Resto was lying on him and this and that. But we don't know everything that's being said with none of these content creators, especially the ones that talk on the phone and are not on YouTube. We have no clue what these people relationship is like. To me, I don't give a fuck, and I ain't fighting for it. But if that, I'm not gonna be even. You're not gonna talk to me about where I come out. If I did drop my link and somebody come up here and want to drag, they can drag. You know. But I don't know what kind of relationship Lolo and Lemon have. I ain't gonna get mad. If people drag me over there at Lemons, I don't give a damn. The only place that I feel like I shouldn't get dragged at is at Teresa's. But if a bitch want to drag me, I'm gonna hit that link and we gonna get out. And like I told Teresa, don't say nothing to me. You just let us go. I ain't gonna have no hard feelings. Now that's just me. Now if Teresa come over here and she want to drag, and if the person want to drag her back, they could drag away. But like if she ain't here, you ain't gonna talk about her. You know, that's just me. But I just don't like. I can see Lolo not getting into that too, is because them guys, she met Resto through Lim, and them you don't know. We don't know. Like sometimes these people make up and we don't even know it, and next thing you know, they hey buddy and all of that shit. After they've been cussing each other out for months up until today, and when I log on, these two to made it back up. So Lolo don't know when to put a stop to it and when to go. You don't. She just need to make herself clear. About that situation. Um, and this lady's sister, talked about her a little bit. Now, Ghetto, for some reason, Lemon was saying something about sister and ZX. Well, then Ghetto jumped in and he said, I just want to let you know that she was over there at ZX and they was flirting and this and that. And she put her number in the back chat and all of this. He was saying all that. And they was over there flirting. Well, sister hit the link and she said, hey, it wasn't no flirting. I wasn't flirting. I just went over there. And you don't need to, and whatever happened over at ZX, I believe that she let Ghetto know what kind of vehicle that she drive, and they happen to have the same kind of car. So damn what, Ghetto? What the hell are you all up in? Got your panties up in a bunch in your booty hole for? Lemon can talk about ZX all he want to on his channel. You know they don't like each other. So I don't know what the fuck you was talking about. Telling Lemon to stand down, don't get into that. That's between a man and a woman, and this and that, and all of that bullshit. And now y'all into it. You and Lemon into it. So, and like I put in the chat, he the Ghetto. He's a flip flopper. He have been in everybody camp over there in the black sector. He have been in all them content creators. He been in their camps. Okay. He was team uh Shitty Greg. He was team ZX. He was team Lady Lie. He was team Even Misunderstood. He was team Snoop. He have been team Buddy Lee, Clyde Diva. Now, them the people that few that I'm naming from the black sector. Over in the Mo 3 sector, he have been team Mysterious. In the B sector, he have been team Ness. He has been team Pizza. He been team Lemon. Team Shakim. He done been in the other sector. He been team Shakim. He been team Binary, and now he team Lemon. Oh, and team Kimmy. Now that's the main team. Team Kimmy. She the main one. But the other ones, but he been flip flopping all over YouTube. Because when he was team Ness, that's when he put Ness on my head, and that's when I became a content creator. Okay, because of him run his dick suckers to Ness, and he should have ran his dick suckers to Ness on ZX, because ZX was over there putting that porno up saying it was Ness. And they were trying to, and piece of them to come to me, they were trying to make me say that wasn't her. That ain't my place to say who that woman was on that porno. Why is my job? It ain't my job. That's Ned's job to say that ain't her. Fuck it. But it was a mess, and that's like I said. That's why I became a content creator. I haven't had no desire to be a content creator or nothing. Cause this shit right here, it's I don't understand how they can do this shit every day. I could not do it. It take everything to me to Do one a damn week. Jesus, y'all. Let me see. All right, another thing I found out since the last time I went live. ZX said he had a woman. I call it a ghost woman. Okay, now he was in love. He was going up panels. He was singing and all of that. He was walking on, sunshine. Well, something happened and he ain't got no woman no more. Okay, he wasn't such a grouch when he had this so-called woman. She probably was his nurse or something. It was some shit like that. He never did show her face. So, like I said, I believe that woman must have been a nurse or something. Well, I guess she found out he wasn't shit, and they broke up. But he had started planning their wedding, saying they were wearing all white and all of this bullshit. And now they done broke up, and now he's after this lady's sister. Her name's sister, not the lady, actual blood sister. Now, the lady he's trying to pursue now is sister. And that's the one that Ghetto and Lemon got into it over. Because Ghetto don't feel like Lemon need to say anything concerning ZX and sister. But ZX, you got your nerve trying to come up with Lemons and drag and serenade a woman or try to get a woman over there. If you got something to say to any of these women on here, you need to put it in the chat, and then because that flirting and shit on Lemon Pound, that ain't cool, and you don't like that man. That's stupid. And the woman says she don't want you. She don't want no man online. But she might change her mind. I don't know. And Ghetto, you showed Lemon just what you feel about him. You care more about ZX than you do him. You still ZX boy. Because you trying to tell him what not to say to that woman. And that ain't your place. And Tulsa, when you was talking because Tulsa had to put a stop to Lemon because Lemon was talking crazy to that lady's sister. And she was going telling him, hey, that cool, ain't that serious? She was like that. We wasn't flirting. Well, Tulsa got tired of that shit, and Tulsa put her man voice on and was telling him, you deal with me. You deal with her. And you cussed that bitch out that you got it, you laying up there with. And he was talking, Tulsa, I was proud of you. You talked that shit, honey. You put your man voice on Ghetto. And that settled Ghetto down. And then he went back to saying him and Lemon. And it kept escalating. And so right now, because Lemon said that they were trying to little boy him, trying to tell him what to do. And Lemon was saying, fuck that man code. I'm going to do what the hell I want to do. Y'all can't tell me what to do. What you understand, Lemon, on that? But it's just a damn mess. And we'll see if Ghetto and Lemon have really fell out. I don't believe they have. You know how these people, I ain't going to say the men, you know how these people are on YouTube. They flip-floppy. So I don't know. But like I said, if Lemon and if Ghetto stop being, he say he's not a lemonade, he a lemonaire. But I don't know if he's gonna stop being a lemonaire or not. I don't get it. It ain't that serious to me, child. And the other day, Noble and Talent got into it. Now, I did not notice that Noble was saying that he was going to a Yeezy concert the other day. And allegedly took a picture, like put himself in a picture like at Yeezy concert. And of course, you know how these people are on YouTube. In the beef sector, they gonna do it. They're gonna see if that picture is a stock photo. Well, evidently it was a stock photo. He did some of that shit like Shakim do, put yourself on banners and stuff like with these stars or it where that it. Child, it's the biggest shit. And Nova did not know they had busted him out the day before. They found out there was a stock photo that he wasn't at Yeezy concert. He was saying it was at night, but he was on YouTube all day and night. And come to find out the concert was in the daytime. It wasn't at night. Now that's so ignorant. No, but stop. Stop trying to make yourself pump yourself up to be something you not. And then of course you and Talent got into it, and Talent was the one that was a stock photo, and then he didn't go to Yeezy concert. And another thing that Talent said, and this is something that I was thinking, but I never said it out loud. But since it was said out loud on uh, Lemon Channel, and it was to you, and you heard it being said, Noble, you ain't got no job. All that bragging you was doing, now this is what I'm saying. What the Talent said, all that bragging you was doing about a better job and this and that and that and this, and you ain't got no job now. You ain't talking about all that money and all that, and just stop. And another thing, Noble, since we talking about you say you ain't on no breathing machine, which we clearly hear you is something going on with you. It ain't when you frying no hamburgers and all that shit in the kitchen. We hear it time and time again. When you cooking, when you're not cooking. Quit turning your camera on wherever you staying at, Noble. Especially in that basement. It looked like a haunted house. It's cobwebs and the ceiling. You ain't got no ceiling. It's just slats up there, and it's spider webs everywhere. Dusty old spider web. Stop turning your camera on. Cause you just showing us you living bad, baby. You ain't got it like that. And quit talking about Lemon living with his mama when you be living with everybody. I don't know if you still live with your grandmama, but that was an old house, and I'm thinking that maybe you'd move back in with over at that house, or either you'd move to another old house. But wherever you staying at, ain't no ceiling up there. It's just air. Now I'm just saying that. So just stop. Okay. Let me see. A Purple Rain. I like her. I like to hear her dragging and shit. Now sometimes she can get on your nerve because she go a little too long. But I enjoy her, you know. So, I like her bitch and where she cuss. But a lot of people don't care for her, but I like her. And her and Crystal supposed to be gonna make back up because they fell out since the last time I was did live, and they fell out. But tonight, Purple Rain, they supposed to be gonna have a talk. I don't know if it's gonna be live. Or I don't know if it's gonna be talk on the phone. But I think everything gonna be okay with those two ladies. I'm glad too because they've been knowing each other over 20 years. They were friends before YouTube ever was thought about. They haven't met each other or anything, but like they were moving around when they was having the AOL and all that kind of shit. All them other apps that was out there before YouTube, MySpace and all that. That's what they was on. And then when YouTube became another new website, that's when a lot of them people came on YouTube. So they've been knowing each other. Like Nika, like I said, they may not be friends, but they know they have been active on the internet. And I just hate for them to not be friends, not be cool or just speaking over this. So they supposed to be gonna talk, and I'm glad of that. Let me see. Purple Rain, she was into it with Krista and Lolo. That was one of the nights that she had a lot of energy, and she drug and she drug and she drug. This was a couple of nights ago. Um, and Purple Rain, the night she said she been out of the country. She was treated to a trip out of the country, and I thought that was good. She had jet lag tonight, so she wasn't really active on the panel tonight. Uh, and a couple of nights ago, Lovely Love hit Lemon panel, and she said that how she used to drag Dovey because Dovey had cancer before, and she's in remission. Okay, she been in remission a long time, and I think she had like one of her breasts removed, the left one or something like that. Well, Lovely Love let it be known that the same thing that she was dragging Dovey about years ago, that have come back to bite her. She got the same thing in the same place. And so she, that's been on Lovely Love mind. And like I say, y'all got to be careful on these drags y'all be doing on people. Talking about you old bitch, you old decrepit cow, and you old this and you old that, and you cancel this and you cancel that, and this and that, and all of this. You can't have kids and this and that, and you know how these supposed to be dragging each other. The chickens come home to roost sooner or later. The only way y'all ain't gonna get old is you die right now. Because every day you live, you're getting older. And you, like I said, people, you call me old, but just think about like people my granddaughter's age, they think you old. Like if they come on here and listen to us talk, my granddaughter then would think that you old. Just like they think I'm old, but they don't call me old bitches and stuff. They just say granny. But I'm just saying, all these lot of drags y'all do on people, the really bad ones, about mamas being dead and all that kind of stuff. If you got a mama, she gonna die. Or either you got a mama, she already dead. It already hit you. But you gotta be careful about some of the things that people drag each other on. Because it's gonna come back on you sooner or later. And Lovely Love just made, you know, let everybody know she did drag Dover years ago about having one breast and hope your cancer come back and all of that. And now Lovely Love got cancer. And the way she was talking is in her left breast. Because she said she got the same thing Dover had. And they probably gonna do the same thing they did to Dover. Just because you got little bitty breasts don't mean you can't get cancer. Men get breast cancer. Just be careful about what you say. Like I said, for the niggas that drag these women about having cancer, it can come on you. Cause like Jane Caldwell, he had cancer a long time ago. He's in remission. But just think about the men that have drugged him about his cancer that are younger. The same shit might come on them later on, just like it did Lovely Love. And like these people, how they drag dead people and putting people in their coffin up on here, and people dead relatives and dragging them. It's gonna get you one of these days. And like Tracy waiting on ZX mama to die. She waiting. But she said as soon as that woman die, she gonna put her all over YouTube. Because ZX will put her mom all over YouTube. And that go for any of the people that put her mom up on their page. If you got a mama and she die, you can bet Teresa gonna put her ass up on the panel on her show. because we all got one, you know. And another thing, uh, Tommy, y'all remember Tommy? That's Castro, the man that hit Castro in the head. He had been dragging Brian mama for a year. Well, for a year, off and on. And, you know, any kind of drag on Brian he could do, he been doing. He even put Brian, I think he put his mother up on his wall too. Well, honey, Brian, uh, Tommy put his mama, a picture of his own mom on his wall one day. I guess he was, I don't know if it happened Mother's Day or whatever the fuck it was. But Brian been putting his Tommy mama up, doing lives on that woman and everything over there. And Tommy want to kill Brian now. But Tommy, you started the shit with the mamas. And your mama still living. And why you so mad? Because he done put your mama up. You put his mama up. You talked about his mama like a dog. So, honey, Brian getting here having a field day with Tommy mama. And Tommy said that he gonna wherever Brian live, that Tommy said he gonna go there, and it like a police escort to go downtown to put charges on Brian, child. I fell out. Do you hear me? Tommy is so mad. He want Brian to take his mama picture off his wall and to quit talking about his damn mama. And he done talked about Brian mama, his dead mama like a dog. Now that's some nerve, ain't it? Oh shit. Let me see. And another thing that had been happening over at the beef sector at Lemons. What happened at Lemons? Damn, let me pull it back up. It went out of my mind, child. Good morning, Miss Paulette. In case, yeah, we heard about Shakir. I am just, Thank you, Sarah. Let me see what I was talking about. Oh, another thing that happened in the beef sector over at Lemons, it come up about $75 that Crystal was supposed to have given landlord. And allegedly what she gave him the money for, this is what Crystal said, that it was for her, like her and landlord was supposed to be going to a B&B, and she gave him $75 because she said it was for things that she might need when they go meet up at the B&B. She said it was like for water and towels and things like that. Crystal, you could have come up with something better than that, because them places have water and them places have towels. Now, me, I always take my own towels, when I'm going to, B&B's. Like, I went to one about 6 months ago. I took my own towels, and when I got there, they had the biggest, prettiest towels you ever seen in your life. But I use my own towels because, hell, I know how I wash my clothes, and I don't know when the last time this shit been washed in here. That's just me. Even though the stuff, it was real pretty and stuff. But when I travel, I take a lot of things like that with me. But you don't have to do that if you don't want to. But most of the time when you go to places like that, they have towels and, things like that. So, Crystal, you could have come up with a better lie than that $75 was for towels and water and stuff like that. Okay. And like we went to the B&B, well, it was cottages that I went to like about 6 months ago. They had everything, grill, kitchen, but we had like a big cooler, and we had whatever drinks we all like, because we don't feel like wasting that extra money and stuff. So when I travel, we take a lot of stuff from home with us, so we don't have to spend time in the stores and things like that. When we're there, we enjoy each other more. So, Crystal, you just should have came up with a better lie than that. Cause towels and water, and like I said, and things I need that I know for Paulette need. Uh, when I get there, I have my own shit. I take my own shampoo, everything like that, lotion. I carry all that, even though the place do supply it. Shampoo if I'm gonna wash my hair, but no, just say you gave him $75 on the bread and breakfast. You know, I would just say that I gave him $75 toward the bill, but that lie about water and stuff like that. Now, but landlord said too. He said this over at Envy's. Landlord said that there was no trip with you and him. There was something that you made up. Now, for the $75, I'm still not clear on that. I'm not clear if you gave him $75, and I'm not clear if you didn't give him $75. Because sometimes he say you did, and sometimes he say you didn't. But another thing that was made very clear over at Envy's, landlord woman, that Maya or whatever her name, you need to just bag off and leave that man alone. Because that woman is claiming him and she been claiming him. But I also heard through the grapevine that landlord has a wife. That the Maya lady, that's his old lady, but that's not his wife. So to me, the way I see landlord moving around, he show himself in motels and shit with other women, and the other woman is not Maya. The other woman ain't his wife, and the other woman is not Krista. They are the other ladies that he can actually touch and talk to. He just a hoish man, and that's just the facts. That's it. That's all. So what's the big deal? And I'd be damned if I give him money, $75, and he coming on online with other hoes at motel. He couldn't get a cripple crumb out of me, and that's just me. Okay, that's the big shit I ever heard of in my life. And then Lemon, he was calling you sluts and shit. He didn't got to where he calling you sluts and stuff now. He call you bitches, he call you sluts, all that kind of stuff, Chris. I don't know how you can take it, but if that's the way you want to live your life on YouTube, have at it. Because he was calling you sluts and bitches tonight. But he do that every night, so it wasn't nothing different. I'm going down and just getting the main. Oh. Lemon and ODS had word. This was on one day live. One of Lemon lives. I'm still on him, honey. I got days and days of stuff on him. I'm just hitting the high points that I see as I'm looking down. Uh, Lemon and him got into it, and Lemon was telling ODS that he sucked HIV dick. He was telling him to suck his dick. Now, Lemon was saying that ODS sucked HIV dick, and then ODS told him to suck his dick, and Lemon said, "Oh no, the hell not!" It was so funny when that man said that. I fell out. And ODS, and they were calling each other pussy ass bitches and all that kind of stuff, child. And Dimples and Krista got into it one night. Lolo and Rich got into it, and honey Lolo was dragging her ass out. She was in a dragging mood that night. She wasn't taking no shit off of nobody. Let me see. Uppity, she been hitting his pound, lemon pound. You know, she's obnoxious every time she hit the pound. Okay, and let me see who uh trying to go down and see. Oh, and lemon and the crystal thing that comes up time and time with them is Lemon wants to know what Crystal said when she drug him about his niece, and she keep telling him to go to her channel and listen. And they going back and forth about that. But Crystal, until you come clean and tell him exactly, he want to hear it out your mouth. He don't want to hear the live and all of that. He want to hear what you said and you said how you said it. And until you do that, he gonna keep calling you bitches and he gonna keep calling you sluts. I think that's the main problem. Is that when y'all was into it and you drug him that time, the, you was like insinuating that he didn't need to be keeping his little niece, that she needed to be in the daycare, and you was insinuating that he could be doing something to that girl. And until you come clean and tell Lemon exactly what you said, you just got to bite the apple and go on and tell the man, because he gonna keep cussing you out until you do. You're gonna have to keep taking that abuse that he's giving you over and over, and he might be nice right here today, and in the next minute it might come in his mind again, and it's gonna go right back there. And like I said, I put it in the chat. You need to, y'all need to say whatever the hell y'all need to say to each other, because until you do, Crystal, because people are gonna keep throwing it up in the chat too. When y'all getting along good, people gonna say, "Well, what about what you said about his niece?" It's gonna always be there. And Lemon see that shit in the chat, then he go off every time. And it is what it is. Until you come clean and tell him exactly what you said, you're gonna keep getting dogged. And that's just the facts. You can put Lemon on your name and you can take Lemon off your name. He gonna still drag you. Okay? Ness had come over there for a couple of times. She had popped in over at Lemons. And her and Hershey got into it. And Hershey told Ness that she take more vacations than spending time with her child. She was talking to her like that. And of course, Ness was going to her talking about the mold that she had in her house. Which everybody going every time they drag Hershey, that's what they gonna do. Now I'm gonna tell you just something that happened with me the other day. I was over at YouTube cameras. It was a good live. YouTube cameras have good lives. But I don't be in a lot of her lives. I have to catch up on her lives. But this day I was at the live from the beginning. And different people's up there. They were banging that day, which they do it, honey. They be banging over there a lot of days. People start their morning off over YouTube camera to get that's their coffee. It perks them up, the army getting ready for a day of war. That's where the army go, the different armies. Well, Hershey, different people dragging her over there. And first it was her and Chat Rep, I think. And Room Shaker and Chat got into it. Chat Rep got into it. And they were supposed to meet up. Now, both of them live in Chicago. Well, before I went to YouTube cameras, I had been over to Room Shakers, and this was the day that she was moving around. She had to go to different stores. Like, she had to go to Sam Club, and she had to pay bills. She had to take her baby to the doctor. She was talking about her day that morning, how it was planned, that she was going to have a day out all day. And I think the last place she went was to take her grandmother grocery shopping. She had a plan because I was at her live first. Then I went to YouTube cameras, and while I was over there, like when I left Room Shaker, she was on her way to Sam's Club. Well, when I got to YouTube cameras, when she came on, like I said, I was there from the beginning. Chad Rep was hit the link and was talking about stuff. It was several people up there. Lady Snoop, Hershey, and Rune Shaker, and ZX was up there. Rune Shaker and Chat Rep got into it, and they were supposed to be gonna meet up and fight. And I started to run over here and do one of them short lives. I said, no, because I might do that live and they might not fight up, but they might not get into it. And plus, I didn't want to miss what they were saying to each other. And which I already knew Room Shake was going to Sam Club. Well, she told Chat Rep to meet me on such and such street. I'm going to pull up at Sam Club. Meet me over there, bitch. And Sheffy, she running through the house and stuff. And then she went outside and was, I'm on my way, bitch. And all of that. It was really heated. Well, some kind of way, now they're going to argue about 30 or 40 minutes. Then some kind of way, Sheffy turned to Hershey and they got into it. Well, Hershey and Chat Rep was into it, and I guess Room Shaker got tired and she dropped off. Well, Hershey and Chat Rep was into it. Well, then Snoop jumped in it and jumped on Hershey's head. No, Room Shaker was still up there, I think. So that's 2 against Hershey. Then Sanity hit the link. She jumped in it. And then out of nowhere, here Woo black ass come and hit the link and jumped in it on Hershey. And I was in the chat and I was saying, this I don't know Hershey. But I thought it was ridiculous, all these people on Hershey head. So I jumped up there and I jumped on Woo head and I told Woo, what the fuck? You need to get up off of her. Because this ain't your business. You take your ass back over the Mo3 sector. This ain't got nothing to do with you. She already fighting 3 people. What the fuck you got anything to do about it? And me and her started going back and forth. And then I was telling Sanity, y'all jumping on Hershey. She don't have, why she got to be jumping? Why y'all jumping on her? This don't make no motherfucking sense. So Hershey and Sandy stood back. And me and Woo kept banging. And then Woo took our ass on. And then I dropped off, because it didn't make no damn sense. But I'll tell y'all one thing. And that's for anybody that get into it with Snoop. And anybody that get into it with Sanity. One of them, they going to come to each other rescue. Okay? Like if I get into it with Sandy, Snoop going to come. If I get into it with Snoop, Sandy going to come. Okay? And if you get into it with Snoop, Sandy going to come. And if you get into it with Sandy, Snoop going to come. That's just the way it is. So you don't get blindsided. Because I have been blindsided before. I know they were trolling, but I'm just saying, most of the time it is trolling. When these people say they're going to meet up, they ain't going to meet up. They trolling. But, they put a good show on. And so, like I said, I didn't think it was fair that Hershey got to fight 3 and 4 people. Like I said, I don't know Hershey or nothing like that. But I didn't think that was right, and I wasn't going to let it go on. Because that didn't make no sense. Because hell, ain't no telling who else was going to jump up there and jump on the woman. And it don't take no 4 people for no one. How you going to fight 4 people? So I put a stop to that. I didn't feel like hearing that no more. And it don't take all this many people to drag no one person. And I don't like that. If I'm around, I don't like that. And I do get up there and say something. And I did say something. And then I don't like woo any goddamn way. But I didn't drag Sandy them back. I was just saying how wrong it is. Like I said, Hershey fighting all these people, and how Woo come out of nowhere. What the fuck is you doing over here? You know? What's the breaking news? Let me know when you see this, hon. I see it. What is the breaking news, Sam? Do I need to drop the link? Sassy. Because I'm up here just running my mouth. Okay, okay. Oh, I'm nervous. Let me see if I can remember how to do it. Wait a minute. Oh, I got to get the link. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. How I do that? Let's see. Okay, do I have to go out of this to drop the link, to get the link? Oh my God. I don't want to hit the wrong thing. Okay. Is the referral link the link? No, I got to copy it. Okay. Child, I'm nervous. Wait a minute. Oh my God. Hold up, hold up. I should have copied it. Hold up. Do you see the link? Is that the right one? Is it a referral link? Copy the invite link. Invite link. Okay. Here we go. Okay, okay, here it go. Ooh. Wow. There it is. Lord. Sassy. Okay.
Hey girl,
Hey, what's going on?
I couldn't put this in the chat. I don't. It's not appropriate, girl. They saying Sherika from Chicago passed.
Yeah, somebody put that in here.
Girl, she
And
got.
I didn't they put that in here in our chat when I first came on. They say Lemon had put some on his wall to rest in peace. And then, other people came in, it was putting it in the chat.
Okay, I didn't know you already knew.
Uh-huh. I she had said that she had been like wasn't gonna be on YouTube as much, that she had been sick, but I thought it was something that she was gonna get over because I didn't ask no question. But that was in Discord. But then I will see her in chats every once in a while. Because I speak to everybody and I will speak to her. But
Mhm.
I didn't know it was this serious or what happened to her. I don't know.
Yeah, she was. Remember, she had told us she had got sick, and it was something pretty serious, like a lung or liver or something. I can't remember. Girl, she still got kids at the house.
Well, see, I didn't know because I don't know anything about her. Like I said, I didn't know she had kids. And so she had kids at home.
Yes, I don't know how old, but she still got kids at home.
Uh,
Girl, and that's probably why she was clicking the links months ago going through. You know what I mean? Remember, I always
yeah,
they be
because
going through when they be like that, all of a sudden just pop up and start clicking links and hanging out.
yeah.
They be going through. Girl, it's so sad. Girl, that girl was young. That girl wasn't even 50.
Okay, now Melissa Scott just put in here liver,
Yes,
Sassy,
I
and she
know
have
they
young
had.
children.
Yes, I
Or
remember.
Shakira Chicago. Hey, but see, I thought she was like being gonna be off of YouTube to like recuperate from whatever they're saying is.
They're not saying she's typing in Discord, Malik. I got all the information. They're saying she's green in Discord, which I know Discord very well. You can still be green and not be there. You have to tell Discord not to show if you're active or not.
Okay, now like I said, this been like we'll say 2 months ago. She had told us in Discord she wasn't gonna be on here till she was had been sick. And so when she stopped coming in Discord, I wasn't surprised because she had already told us. But then, I didn't see her on YouTube, but then I would start seeing her every once in a while in chats. And then, but she wasn't in chats like she used to be. But she would pop up. So I would thought maybe she was getting better. And then I haven't been seeing her lately. But somebody said that she had did a video 4 hours ago. Now somebody put this in here at the beginning.
I've never known her to even have a channel to go to do any kind of videos.
Well, now Swag TV, they live wherever she lived, and they said they will find more about it posted. That's what Swag TV said earlier. But like I said at the beginning of my live, they said Lemon had went on his wall and put rest in peace.
They say he was just that way binary. See, I'm not sub, so I didn't know. They said Lemon was just over there at binary, was just crying his heart out.
Was he? Well, see, I've been on almost 2 hours, so
Yeah, I
it's
just
been like I
first person.
found out, at the beginning of my live.
Yeah, you the first person that I seen this morning, so I didn't know nothing was going on. Then I just kept getting blown up behind the scenes. I'm looking right now for anybody named Sherika of Chicago, but I've never in all the years I've known her, I've never known her to have a do a live or have a live. And plus, if she had it would have been all over by now. So I'm not sure where Swag got that.
No, Swag just said it was somebody
Oh,
else. But
oh,
then
oh.
Swag came back and put in the notes. that I live wherever she lived at, and
in
that she
Chicago. Okay.
Swag was found out more. That's what Swag said. But
Because I know two people back there that were real close. So maybe they exchanged phone numbers or something, and that's how they know.
I don't know. But I know that her and Mika was cool in the Discord. I
Yeah,
know they was
I know two
real.
other people that she was pretty cool with, and they could have exchanged phone numbers, and that's how they know. Because I mean, you never know. You can call somebody on Discord, and a family member can pick up. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
I don't mean nothing, but damn,
Was see her and Mika. Mika might know more because, like I
yeah,
said, that's one person I do know. Now I don't know if they was cool like call each other, but I know that the way they acted in Discord.
right, right. You could tell they was closer. Uh huh.
Uh-huh. Yeah. So
Damn.
that's one place I know you can go and look and see. I'm gonna go look and see too later on. But I think it's
What's
some
Mika
truth to it
name?
because
What's Mika?
too many people have came in here saying
Yeah,
that it
what's
was.
Mika name? Unapologetically Mika.
Uh-huh.
Uh,
Golly.
damn, man.
I promise I didn't know she was that sick because like I said, it had been discussed, in Discord, every once in a while it would come up. Well, she been sick. And it would come up and then when she said it, then I'm not gonna be on here like that because I've been kind of sick. And I said, well, she just off to recuperate. But you never know. You never know. And I didn't know this
I mean, when
serious.
it comes to one of the vital organs, you know, Ronnie, we keep saying Sherika of Chicago. Maybe you didn't hear her us tell you
Yeah,
that again.
Sherika.
Some people call her Sharika. I call her
I
Sherika.
call her Sharika.
Yeah, Sherika of Chicago.
But I know
Um,
that Sharika ain't right because I've heard her say her name. And it
yeah,
wasn't Sharika.
some people. Yeah, but people call her Sherika and Sharika. But I
Uh,
don't see nothing on it's nothing on Mika page. And then let me check Sour Patch page for y'all.
yeah, Sour Patch. But see, like I said, they might not be as cool as I think they might be.
Right. See, Sour Patch is hard. I can't find her page
And
because
Lemon crying.
that's what they said. That Lemon was on Code's crime.
Oh,
So that it
well,
makes that
he
he
wasn't in
got
the best mood anyway.
no. That just makes me think he got it from one of them though. You know what I mean?
I don't know, girl.
Okay, girl. I didn't know you had
I
already.
wonder how Nico them going. What they going? Because he could declare war.
Who?
Lemon declared war.
On who?
Nico,
On who?
Lady Nico,
You know I don't even understand what you're saying.
Lady Nika.
I understand, but I don't understand what you're saying.
He declared war.
Why? How?
He said he wasn't gonna do
It's
he
confirmed on
it's
her
confirmed on
page.
her page.
Give me
He
the her page in the back.
Hey ODS.
Oh, there you go. You probably already did it. Oh
He said
God.
it's confirmed on her page. Mm, mm.
Shit. Oh, she changed her name. Just wanted to let you guys know that Sherika passed away yesterday. Just wanted to let you guys know.
And if
What?
people asking for her new page, Malik them.
I'm Big Mama Chicago 1991. But it's in those things. It's in those characters that were sometimes let me go try to look for it and see if y'all can find it. Um,
Okay.
big it's
I
no
wonder how old her kids are.
it's no spaces between I'm Big Mama and then space Chicago 1991. Okay,
I would never found that.
I found it.
I sent the link to you sassy. ODS sent you the link.
Okay, I got it though. Thank you, ODS. Um, so I wonder who this is on her page.
Maybe one of her sisters or bro. her parent.
So the last time she says anything is 2 months ago. She says, I'm bored as fuck. And then 24 minutes ago, somebody says, I love you, baby. And then 11 minutes ago, they said, just wanted to let you know that Sherika passed away yesterday. Just wanted to let you guys know. And then they repeat themselves.
Mm.
Oh my God.
I did not know she was that sick. But like I said, I didn't know it was her liver. I didn't know anything. I just knew she had said that, that she had been sick. She wasn't going to be on here much. And she wasn't, she hadn't been. She would come on here every once in a while. I would see her in different chats, but not as active as she normally would be. Mm.
I wonder why Ronnie keep asking us who we talking about. Does she keep walking out of the room every single time we say her name?
I don't know because we keep saying Sharika.
Damn.
Bless her heart.
Oh girl, that's just too young. And yeah, you never liver, lung. I ain't never even
Yeah.
known anybody to have nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? The stomach is already a wrap. They say the stomach is a wrap when when you get that pancreatic anything. Lord, please bless me and my family.
Mm-hmm.
And then you talking about a liver, a lung, damn, that's just because I never heard y'all till now. We said Ronnie, then you doing something else. Cause girl, as long as I've been up here, we didn't say the name like 20 times. And it's kind of like we up here talking about a sensitive topic and you just keep screaming at us. We're like, girl, we said it 20 times. But maybe you're making your coffee or your eggs, honey. I don't know.
Y'all better not get into it. There's gonna be enough
I
people.
ain't gonna get
She
into it.
said she at work.
I
The
knew
fuck?
it. I knew it. That's all I was saying is goddamn. Every time we say the name, you leave.
She said she ain't never heard it to now. Damn.
Okay, well, shit. Sherika, and Sherika. Trying to be up here. I'm got a tear rolling down my face every time I look at the chat. Ronnie asking every goddamn body who we talking about.
And I think on the yes, did he put it in here? No.
Damn.
If she got what's the new page, my guy? ODS. Who they talking about?
Mm-hmm. Damn, is it a secret? He said shit. I was like, what?
Melissa, who they talking about?
Look, right. I told you. I tried to look at to my child. I ain't studying sex.
And Ronnie say, who?
Right.
I'm back. I'm going back.
Right. I be ignoring it. I'm like, okay, I told her one time, told her again. Girl, she said, baby, I don't know. I don't hear what y'all saying. I don't hear. But what the hell you keep asking them for and we telling you? Be quiet, run and go back to work, girl. Just put us in your ear. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. Shit. Run and just be trolling for to look at her. Now she being ugly. Whoever, R.I.P. Who would say that?
Whoever. All
right. I'm not gonna do it.
Ooh, child.
Well,
but yeah, honey, Sassy, you're a man. Everyone listening. Ooh, child. Hey, Jills. Melissa, how you doing?
Hey, y'all.
Trying to make sure I didn't miss nobody. But yeah, Lemon declared war, girl. He said at the end of that live, he said if Pizarro get in it, she can get it too.
What did Nika do to Lemon?
This is what happened, okay? He said that he wasn't gonna do the Halloween show. He don't care who do it. What he was gonna, he was gonna donate and all that. How we're gonna have a show, but I don't want to do it. You give it to somebody else. And Nika, he said that she had shared Shakim live. She had shared it in her membership. That she shared Shakim live, and she didn't share Lemon live. And he said that she shared it on her membership. Now, when you share live on your membership and don't do it on your regular way for the people that don't have membership, can the people that don't have membership see that? Well, see, he said that she shared it in her membership. And he said, but you forgot I have a membership. I seen that. And he looked to see if she shared him, and she didn't share him. So he fell away. He said she hadn't shared him like in 6 days or something like that, 5 or 6 days.
6 days, that's pretty good. Motherfuckers don't share me for 6 years.
And you know what, says I don't I forget sometimes, but I try to when I go in a live,
Oh
I
no, I'm
try to
not.
share it when I first go in it, but sometimes
Yeah,
I forget.
I'm not. I'm not. I'm not. That's not a dog whistle for people to start sharing me. I'm just saying. I think that that's pretty good if people sharing you. You have to get it like you said. You have to get it where you can because shit, people forget and people. I mean, I wouldn't be a big. I'm not. I don't share. I've never. I don't share anybody, right? But I'm saying Lemons Live. Everybody gonna be there anyway.
Well, I sure when I could think about it because I like the people that I go to, it seems like they want to be shared because
It
I
do. It do
and
seem
I
like
hear it too much, so I just automatically try to hit
look
the
at
like
Ronnie.
and
Ronnie
share.
gonna fuck with me from now to Friday. Six
Yeah.
years mean you're worth waiting for, bitch.
Honey,
um,
I like I said, I don't. Sometimes I forget. I'm
that's
not gonna lie, but I
that's
try
not
to do it
enough
when I
though.
first go on a live.
That's not enough to declare war. So what is going on? I think Shakim is finally getting to him. I think the
Like I
constant.
said, did he drag him with something new yesterday, or was it something different that happened when Shakim went live?
I didn't
Because
see
he
anything
sure him
yesterday.
he
Go
drag him
ahead.
every day. So
Every day. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I
what was
don't know.
different about yesterday?
I don't know. Did anybody in the audience see Shakim yesterday? I didn't see him. I literally only saw maybe an hour of Lemons. I went on Lemon Link to talk about Lolo because I had got the whole tea about Lolo, but I hadn't been on here since Friday. Uh, and then I went in Lemons live last night. I didn't see nothing, so I don't know. But that don't have nothing to do with Nika though, unless because we all know if you share somebody, you don't know what they about to say.
And see, back in the day, you remember the first time I know it was a problem with people sharing. The first time this is me. The first time I seen it could be a problem is when Bless, used to share people out.
Uh
And
huh.
she shared somebody that was she didn't know they were gonna drag Bree. And they wound up dragging Bree in the live, and Bree confronted Bless about it.
Uh
And
huh.
Bless was said, I didn't know they was gonna drag you. And I sure everybody, I didn't mean no harm. But that's when I found out it could be a problem. But
Mm-hmm.
I,
And
you
see, I
damned if you do, and you damned if you
if
don't,
you
though.
don't see, I decided, I started my page in 21, and I decided then that I wasn't gonna share nobody out because see the beef sector at that point, you could share somebody out and they could be calling CPS on a child. You know what I mean? So
Right.
I decided then, and I never have. I think I shared Big Man TV when he was going through something. And I think that's it. And that was one time. I don't share people out, but
Well,
I
see,
have it. Yeah. So I never really, unless I left and come, like if I do a main live now, I'll go around the back chat and, around my back chat and people that I ain't talked to in 6 months and be like, hey, can you share me out? I'm not in the algorithm. I'll do something like that before I jump on link and tell people. But then sometimes I'll jump on the link just depending on like you. I would be like, oh, Miss Paulette, I'm going to go live on Sunday. Share me out. Something like that. But that's about it once a year or something. I'm just not. I figure everybody knows sassy shit. You're going to either be there or catch the
or
replay
you not.
or you're not. Yeah. So it's not. But like I said, that's not enough. Sorry, y'all. I'm making my coffee.
Well, that's what, from what I could see. And then another thing, he was in his feelings like day before yesterday, night before last about Ghetto not going to be coming, wasn't going to be able to come to his channel or something like that. He was in his feelings. And him and Ghetto got into it bad last night.
I kind of saw that, but that was a little odd too
It
because
wasn't odd to me. I've been looking for that to happen though.
okay,
I
okay,
could feel that. But other
okay,
people might not have, but I didn't know what they was gonna get into it with. But
uh huh.
I could see that because I
Okay.
seen that coming. But
Uh,
what, like with Nick, what really counted with Nick, I could see that coming too.
really?
Because stuff have been coming up periodically.
Mm, girl, when people start acting like that, I'll be like, well, is this what's going on, Lemon? What is going on?
It'd be like it's too many. By
Oh, okay, Doc. And Dr. Soap, I spoke to you earlier, and you must have stepped away. Okay, well, that makes a lot of sense.
yeah,
That make a lot of sense.
yeah. I don't. Like I said, I don't try to be figuring this shit out though. Because it's too much. And then, like I said, that might not. You might be mad at a person today, and then I come on tomorrow, and y'all best friend. So I don't be all into this shit because it's just drama. But like
Yeah,
I
but
said,
it just don't make no sense though. That the Lady Nika thing don't make no sense at all. And then, like I said, what Soapy just said put it into perspective. But the Shakim thing, like, why now? But it might just be wearing them down because I can't stand the damn trolls or I don't call them trolls, the stinky motherfuckers that always attack me, in the chat. So
yeah.
I can only imagine if they went live every day. I'll be like, God dang. But still,
But that's
yeah,
what, like I said, what was different today? What did Shakim say different to make him,
yeah, exactly.
you
He said,
know, go
"Oh
at
yeah,
Nika when he should be going at Shakim?
right. That's kind of weird." ODS Soapy said he forced that man to out himself. Mental trauma is attached to that. I fully understand
He
why he
was
can't.
already out. I'm telling you, I've been saying this. I was saying it to Shakim face. I knew. And how y'all didn't know he was gay, I don't know.
We're not saying that, Paulette. We're not
That
saying
ain't out him. He was already out.
it is outing him. That's the purpose of outing. If it's a out loud secret, it's still a secret, right? But if
It
somebody,
wasn't no secret. The Umar people knew.
but they didn't. But even they give praise to him coming over here and being able to
They
to.
knew. They the one that was. They was sending me the stuff, and I was doing lives on it.
I understand what you're saying. I'm
I
not.
was
I
saying it
understand.
on different panels.
Yeah, yeah.
He
That's what.
didn't. He didn't. He didn't out him.
Well, I think it was
He
an
was
out.
on that freaking Twitter as soon as he turned 21.
Yeah,
He been on that damn thing for ever since he was 21.
that's true. You. That's true. I'm just saying. Yeah, that's what we're saying in the chat. We're saying, but he didn't. Shakim never confirmed it.
He was fooling y'all.
He wasn't fooling us, Paulette. We're not saying we were fooled. We're just saying that it's still an outing if the person hasn't admitted it.
Whatever. Whatever. Yeah,
Whatever.
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 You on video where people can see a thing going in and out of you,
Hmm.
and your thing going in and out of people,
Yeah.
and you've been doing it ever since you turned 21, and you know you was doing it before you turned 21. But you on video, how somebody gonna out you?
It
Outing
was
is when people don't nobody know. Don't nobody have a clue.
so
Now
you're
that's
saying
out.
okay, so I'm gonna give you that. Okay, I
Everybody
got
got a different thing on it. But
I,
I
I
don't
got
what he
but
got done to that ain't out.
so okay, but that was Dr. Soapy's idea of why now, right? So what because of
It
the
ain't
trauma.
been, he didn't get out.
Okay, I'm gonna I'm like, okay, that's
We
I
we
got it.
did we agree to disagree on that one.
Right. That's not a big
It
that's
ain't
not
no problem.
yeah, that is not a big point of contention to me because I understand exactly what you're saying. But I guess the question still remains why now? And now
That's
you
what I'm saying. What
and now
was
you
said on yesterday?
yeah,
What
and then
did Kim say on his video?
I
If
can't even remember. I can probably get him, but then the other I gotta go though. I got a meeting in 30 minutes.
you got a
And then the other
meeting,
Yeah, in 30 minutes, girl. And I ain't even jumped in the shower. I'm gonna act like I can't be on camera today. I be lying. I be saying, "Oh, maintenance is in here. I better not come on camera." Baby.
Dr. Soap, I ain't studying that. But we're gonna agree to disagree. Everybody, y'all can say he out it. I am firm on no. But y'all firm on yes. And we are gonna agree to disagree. That's what I'm glad about the United States of America.
Oh, well, don't say that too fast, cause shit is they
And
about to
that's
take
what I'm saying, because that's the way it look now. You got to
that.
agree with
They about to take that away,
that's some
child.
bullshit, ain't it?
Baby,
Some
baby,
bullshit.
baby, they about to take that away. So
And
shit, we
so
can't
these
be
fools still saying, "Hey, I love him,"
exactly
and
crazy,
you got your colors the same as mine or blacker.
right? Coons, coons.
Yeah,
Um,
what they got to do? Wait till the ship come.
period. Pretty much.
You know what we got to do? Wait till the ship come, and they
Pretty
putting all the old can on it.
pretty much.
Boy, bye.
Exactly. Exactly. Well,
Stripping laws, making up laws. The Supreme Court say you can't do it, then he say you can.
and then they so silly. Then they go and say, "Well, that's okay. Well, yeah, you
Yeah,
can do it."
you can do
Let
it.
me subscribe to Sharika so that if they post anything else, maybe it'll come. And let me see if they didn't. Ain't nobody. They saying stuff. Oh, Pizarro said no. I didn't get to make up with her. Oh, Pizarro. It's
Pizarro, I
because
don't
I
even.
received the
See,
notification
I
from
can't do that. I can't do that.
posted shorts.
Can you?
Huh?
I can't do that.
Do
See,
what?
tripping because I didn't make up with a person because they passed.
If it
I'm
was
not
some,
gonna.
if it was somebody close, yeah.
Yeah, but I'm talking about on YouTube.
No,
I don't get that. I ain't gonna do that. I ain't gonna watch. Uh, uh, I know what I'm about to do.
but see, they was cool for so long though, and then she had got irritated with. So Sherika does have a video of somebody in the backyard 6 hours ago.
That's what this person put in here at the beginning when it first came out.
Yes, that's what
I
you was
just seen a
saying.
video 4 hours ago. That's what they put in my chat.
Yeah,
Somebody said that. Yep. And see, I've been on for 2 hours at the beginning of my life. Somebody said, "Well, I just seen a video."
it sure is. She posted. It's up
Uh-huh.
here. It's like it's a 1 minute and a 1 minute 13 second of some. She just showing somebody cutting trees. That's hanging over the yard. It looked like a handyman or something. It don't even. It ain't. It's a white man.
Yeah.
Uh, let me see if she talking. She not talking. She just posted the that this is odd.
That might have been the last thing she was seeing. You know,
four
she mentioned,
hours ago.
and they say she mentioned neighbor wars. So I guess she was having a war about maybe the tree hanging over. You know how they do
Yeah,
about him cutting the tree. Yep.
it's hanging over the. It's a light tree. She is talking, but it could be old. Well, no, but it's posted. It's just oh, you saying that one of them could have posted it? Enjoy life. It could have been a pending upload. Oh yeah, that's right. That's right. ODS because they do take a long time to come up. You're right. Because it's daytime. Oh yes, you absolutely right. Because it's bright daytime, and 4 hours ago wouldn't have been bright. 6 hours ago wouldn't have been bright daytime.
Mm.
Okay. Lord, I want.
Mm.
Yeah, that's true. I forgot them videos take a long time to publish. They call it.
See, I don't know nothing about it. I don't know how that kind of stuff work.
Yeah, once you push that button, you never know when it's gonna upload. It takes forever to publish sometimes.
Okay.
Yeah, that's true. All right, well, let me jump in the shower, child. We got. I don't. I'm glad. I didn't know nothing.
ODS.
Huh?
ODS. ODS was come trying to come up, but he gone.
Oh yes, you
He had
left.
popped up, but I can't see him now.
Oh, there he go. He's
Yeah,
still in the back.
ODS was trying to get up here.
He's still in the back. Scroll down or
Why
scroll
come I can't see him?
because he probably up under. Scroll down or something. I don't know how to do it on my phone. Yeah, I only come live on the
Oh no.
laptop.
Okay, that ain't getting there. What would I get it from?
You don't see nothing after you see our pictures of anybody in the back. If you scroll down,
Uh-uh. I can't go down no more.
or
And
you can't
and
go.
then tell him to go out and come back in. Maybe he'll come up.
Oh, okay. She said you heard her. Come out and come back in. Oh Lord.
Okay, here you go.
I had to leave and come back since it wouldn't work for you, but
Okay,
ooh,
hey,
child.
welcome
Good
to my
morning.
panel.
Good morning, Miss Paulette. Hey, Sassy. So
Hey.
I was only coming up. So with the post, I don't want to draw no conclusions or anything. I'm just gonna say maybe you know how if you're uploading a video and if you take it can take a long time. If you close the app, it'll stop. That could have
Yeah.
been possibly what happened. The reason why her hold on, my Chick-fil-A delivery. Thank you. Have a good day. Um, they could have been uploading it, and when they came to YouTube, it finished the upload, and that's also could explain why the double post. You know how sometimes when you go to post, you don't see it right away, and if
Yeah.
they're not on here, that's probably why they wrote that twice.
That
I
is
don't know.
true. Well,
It
you
seems
was
like it's a
right.
person who don't come on here.
Yeah, you was right because it's bright daylight, and we know bright daylight wasn't 6 hours ago.
And I could have sworn I listened to the audio earlier when I first went to the page, and she said he trying to start a neighbors war. You know how people cut your tree or they cut a tree in your yard or something.
Yep.
That's what I think she said narrating in the video, but you could hear her voice, and she sounded good. So I don't know if it was recent or not.
Okay.
But yeah, either way, prayers for her family. If it's true, I mean, I'm not gonna assume it's not true. I'm assuming it's true since Leonard
Yeah.
put it up, and I know he got direct contact with her. So,
Well, the last time I heard her voice was in Discord, and that was like right 2 months ago. And she said she
and as
wasn't gonna
far
be
as
on
the
here.
Discord being active, because that's when I first came in the room, that could just be a sign of someone going through her phone at this point now, letting people know, hey, you know, what I'm saying she's no longer with us.
Yeah.
You said what part?
The Discord green light being on, just because it could be her kids or her significant other or something going through her phone, letting people know, hey, you know what I'm saying, she's no longer with
But
us.
the green light stays on in Discord
See, I'm
unless
not a Discord. I just thought it was like an active, like a Facebook or a Instagram message or something.
no, well, no, it is, but it also it stays on. Well, Instagram is the same way. If you don't, I mean, you can say you're active, but anyway, the
But
point
yeah,
is
that's
on
yeah. I'm just
Discord
saying it could be.
you have to turn it off. Like you have to literally turn it off.
Yeah,
On
so it could be a sense of the family member going through notifying things, and it just gives the active alert possibly. I don't know. I'm not gonna jump to nothing, but prayers to
well,
them.
no, I'm just saying. Yeah, I know Discord. I was in Discord for a long
Yeah.
time. It'll show green unless you go in and turn it off, and most people don't even know where that's located. So that part, that's
Right.
right there. But
So
Hey,
that's
BA
all.
Superstar.
And if any of you
Shakira
guys are on
Chicago
Facebook,
Pass.
if any of you are on Facebook, that settlement is real. I just put mine in my Apple Wallet and tested it out with an order, and it worked. So just FYI, if y'all get that email about the settlement, because they sending them payments.
oh, okay, thank you. I think I got to go to another email to see if mine is there.
Yeah, I was scared. I was skeptical about putting my information in to activate the card, but I didn't use my real name, and it's still activated. And I just did an Apple Pay transaction, and it worked. So, but that was all I wanted. Miss Paulette, enjoying you. I was just in the clouds trying to enjoy the show, but then I wanted to drop that link when y'all started talking about it.
I did on this live. I was just kind of rambling, just talking.
Yeah,
That's what I
Miss
do
Jill.
most of the time.
Miss Jill, is the Facebook had a class action lawsuit, so they were giving out little chunks of money in virtual prepaid cards. That's all. You had to sign up a few months ago. I didn't think it was real, but apparently it is.
They got another like a class action suit I seen come up on the settlement thing. It's
Hmm.
for Google and Facebook.
I
Like,
sign up for all of them.
I
Red
think
Bull,
like
Build a
YouTube
Bear.
is.
I be getting checks from
Yeah, I
everywhere.
do I they email me from the class action thing.
Yeah, I'm in a group and they just put you on to all of all of the ones that's going on.
Yeah, all you gotta do is put in class action lawsuits in Google, and
Mhm.
it'll pull them up. And if you could get emails from them like every month,
Right.
they'll
Right.
tell you the new settlements and the deadlines to file, and you can file online with
But
proof
that was
and
all. I'm
without
gonna
proof.
do some little errands before I go home and log on to work. I'll see you in the streets, Miss Paulette, and Sassy. Have a good
All
day.
right, thank you for coming by and hit the like button.
I'm up here trying to see if I got my email.
You see the email?
Yeah, but then it say you can submit your claim form online. Is that where I
Oh
put?
shit! Did you miss it? Look,
Huh?
did you miss it? The claim form would have been previously. Now they dispersing the money. You can see if it'll let you. If
No,
it'll let
I
you.
already did the claim form, but I'm trying to where do I put in my information though?
Ain't no place to submit.
That's what I'm asking ODS. Like, where do I put in my
So
money?
I literally just had an email that said, "Yo, I'll send you screenshots, Sassy. I'll talk to you behind the scenes." But it
Please.
just literally said, "Accept your or claim your get your benefits or whatever."
See, because I just got this email on September 12th. So that's why I'm saying, it got my claim ID, settlement and distribution status update. Okay, let me know.
My bad, I was in the drive. All right, yeah, I'll let you know.
Okay, all
All right,
right.
see you, Miss Paulette.
All right, bye bye.
It said the distribution of settlement benefits will commence in September and payments will be sent in batches over the following 10 weeks. You will receive an additional email notice approximately 3 to 4 days before your settlement payment is issued. Please continue to check your email during that time period. So he might already receive. So this is the letter for me to say keep an eye out on the email, but I haven't gotten that email that's saying that, hey, we trying to submit your money yet.
He was in the first batch.
Right. Or what exactly? Or whatever. He's early on. Mine is, yeah. Okay. You got it too,
Mhm.
BA Superstar. Okay. Tokyo Tony Black China Mom. What you saying? Putting that in there. I got to go. I got a meeting in 17 minutes now. Let me jump in the
I
shower.
know you saying meetings, honey.
No, I mean people think that, but I
Hey,
mean
Informer Sugar.
hey Greg.
Welcome.
Sometimes I have heavy meetings day.
Hey, Lady Self.
Today I just have two meetings. But when one thing I don't like, which is funny. Like I have this early morning meeting, which is just a sales call, and then I have a client meeting all the way at 2:30. I'll be wanting them all to be smushed in together, but sometimes
Yeah,
it don't work out that way.
yeah.
So then
It
I
would be
just
good if they would all be back to back.
If they client meetings, I can kind of control it, and I set my calendar to where they're just all smushed together. But if it's a sales meeting, and then it'd be all over the board, and I'd be like, shoot. So by the time 2:30 be here, child, I'd be cooking dinner and everything, and be like, oh,
Mm-hmm.
let me hurry up and get on here. All right, child. Well, I guess we'll find out more, or maybe we won't throughout the day. But thanks for letting
Okay.
me come up. I appreciate it.
Well, thank you for coming through.
Oh, absolutely. Okay, talk to
See you.
y'all later. Bye
Okay,
bye.
bye bye. Hey, enjoy life. If y'all haven't hit the like button, hit the like button. And if you haven't subscribed, if you don't mind, subscribe to my channel. Let's see. Okay, now for the people that don't know, Lemon declared war last night. Well, a couple hours ago on his live, and it was toward Nika. So I'm gonna wait and see what Nika have to say. And he also said, um, before the live was over, if Pizza get in it, she gonna get it too. And now, so I'm linking it. Like when they start going live today, I will be keeping an eye on Nika's channel and Pizarro's to see what their reply is. And he also said that he's not going to do the costume show for Halloween. He don't want to have anything to do with that. So I don't know why. I think one of the reasons now, I don't know because I don't watch Shakim, but I allegedly Shakim is supposed to be doing a Halloween show the same day. Lemon. Do anybody in here know that that's the truth? Because that might be a reason why he mad. I don't know why he mad. You know, he got into it with Ghetto last night, and like I said, he did declare war on Nika. And I think he unsubscribed to her, and I think he unmodded her, and I think maybe if he is a mod on her channel, he probably just unmodded himself over there too. So I didn't know it was this serious, but evidently it is. You know. Hey, Ladon, how you doing? Um, so I know Shakim probably go live as soon as he hear about this. I'm sure that Shakim will have something to say. So that'll be another place to go look and see what he got to say about it. Uh, uh, I don't know what's going on with people doing their contests on the same day, but you know if that's what float they boat, that's what float they boat. But you know, I think your crowd will go if they like you. They're whoever they like the best, so they can go between the two lives. I don't know what the big deal is, but if it was me, I would. My show would go on regardless. Of, I don't care if 15 people had a show at the same time. You know, because people are gonna go where they want to go. Um, it's enough for us to go around. You know, and then you can always watch the replay. You know, if they don't put it on membership or take it down. Hey, love Blake, I haven't seen you in a while. Let me get back to my commentary. Try to find my notes. Let me see if I did everything on that. Well, another thing that came out when you know, over at Lemons, they said that Simon, I don't know if this was on Dory Live or if it was on Tulsa Live, but Simon came out and said that he want to have sex with a man, you know, that he have fantasies about that in dreams. And you know, he was crying, talking to Tulsa and some other woman. I can't think of who the other person was. But Dory had been on the live, and when Dory came back, you know, started back participating in the live, they told Dory what Simon had said about that he have urges, like male to male urges. And Dory was saying that he was just trolling. He playing with y'all. That ain't the truth. But one thing about it, Simon has been saying this for a long time because he was saying that over in the Moore 3 sector months and months and months ago. He was over there declaring his love to Lemon, for Lemon, over at Big Brenda's channel. I was there present, and he did it several times. He said that Lemon, you know, was supposed to be coming to London or wherever he lived, and they were supposed to live happily ever after and raise his kid or his kid or kids. I don't know. I can't remember. He got more than one. But he said Lemon was coming over there and they will live happily ever after. And he loved Lemon. And he said that over and over several times on the panel. And I did tell Lemon, you know, one day when Simon was doing that shit over there in the Mo 3 sector, I came and I told him, you know, Simon saying that y'all gonna hook up together, that he love you, and that y'all supposed to be going, you supposed to be going to London or wherever, and y'all supposed to be live happily ever after and raise his child or kids. And Lemon just blew it off. But now he did that video with Dory them. And he have, you know, had him and Tulsa have had something going back and forth. They talk on the phone and this and that. I don't know what they be talking about, but on that panel, Simon was really emotional. He was crying and telling them that he have these urges and dreams about being with another man. And so I don't know how Dory and his relationship is now. Okay, another thing on there I seen Hershey and um Ness got into it, and then Brooke Hun after Ness got through, then Brooke and uh Dory got into it, and then Hershey got into it with Sanity, and they were just going back and forth. Um, and Lemon and Rodney, they have had a couple of squabbles, since the last time I went live, and you know, they still go back and forth, but they still okay. It's not bad or anything like that, but they swing at each other once in a while, and they have been swinging again at each other lately. And Simon and Audio got into it over there at Lemons a couple of days ago. Ken said that Ken was over there. He said he had doxed Audio, uh, his mom and dad, and he said that Audio mother and father was criminals. Wait a minute. Oh, I'm gonna tell y'all something that was funny. It was funny to me. Now it might not be funny to y'all, but Lemon was showing him and Dimples had got into it one night, and Lemon was showing a picture of Dimples that somebody had sent him. But what Lemon did not know is that the person that sent it to him name was on the picture he showed, and the person's name was Chit Chat Honey. And Chit Chat got up there and she said that I didn't send you that picture. I was just laughing at the picture. But I don't know if Chit Chat sent it to him or not. But I think Pizarro was in the chat and say, you just jocks Chit Chat. Some kind of way that happened. Child, it was a mess. I don't know if Chit Chat sent it or not, but honey, you got busted. I don't know. I don't know if you got busted laughing, or I don't know if you got busted for sending Dimples that picture to Lemon, but your name was on the picture, child. Let me see. Brooke and Dory got into it, and Brooke and Hershey got into it. And Hershey told Brooke to bite an apple, and she said that Hershey told Brooke that she was scared of Rita. And she also said that Brooke had a long chin. Oh Lord Jesus. Let's see. And okay, I'm just running through my notes, and I'm getting back to Simon. He said that he had dreams about sucking his peen, and him doing it in their butt. And then he cried, and they was telling Dory that he had cried, and Dory cussed them out when they told her that. Okay. Hershey and Sandy got into it, and Hershey was telling Sandy she had a fat ass. Okay. Let me see. Now I'm getting up to Rodney. Now Rodney have been having some good lives. Now he haven't been going live like regular, but he's still active on YouTube. He drug Lemon because him and Lemon had got into it on Lemon panel, and then Rodney went to his when it started him alive, and he said when he was dragging Lemon, one of the things he was saying that Lemon was scared of King Roman news. And he also said that he tired of Lemon going off on him. Like when he get up on the panel over there at Lemon, that Lemon go off on him. He tired of that. And he said you got all the smoke for him, but you have other people that you could be, going against. And he said you ain't gonna keep talking to him like that, no any kind of way. And he also said that Lemon was a closet queen. And he said that when King Roman drug Lemon, that Lemon kissed his ass. And he said that Lemon was falling apart like before our eyes. Well, he said before our very eyes. He said he ain't did a thing to Lemon for him to talk to him the way that he do. And he also said, because Lemon, somebody played some of Rodney's live over there, or previous live that he had did. And Rodney said, you need to send him a cash out for playing his shit over there, Lemon. And now I'm through going through the notes on Lemon because I got so many. But like I said, you can go over there and support him. Just pick out one of them lives, and it'll be something on there that I talked about because I covered several days on this live. All right. Now I did Rodney. Okay, now I'm going to Brian. And Brian has been into it with Tommy. And he told let me go. He called Tommy an abuser. Let me pull that. Because he was, jumped on Castro Cannon a couple of times. He said that he got big ears. He called him a big-eared freak, a stupid-ass nigga. And he said his mom and his daddy should disown him. He said that Tommy is malnourished. Called him a big-nosed bitch. And he said that he was a disgrace, like his parents. And he said that Tommy, got an open cyst on his face. He said that he gave off David Ruffin and Ike Turner. And he's skinny as a broomstick. He said he needs some Neutrogena. And he said he need to put it on his face and leave it on his face while he sleep at night. And to get up the next morning and wash his face and put some more on it, Neutrogena on it, and let it sit for like 30 or 40 minutes. And then he said, wash your face in boiling water. And he said, if you do that over and over, it'll clear up. He said, put some hot boiling water on your nasty face. He said more than that, but I'm just letting you know that. And he said that Tommy, when he went live, he was saying it was gonna be 2-1 against Brian. And so Brian said, you and Castro, or you and who? He wanted to know who the other person was that's supposed to be gonna help Tommy. And he said that Tommy is upset because Brian still had that thumbnail of Castro bloody face, and he said Tommy said he tired of seeing that shit, and he need to take that off. He don't want to see that blood, that thumbnail. He said he need to take it off. And Brian said that you mad because he posted your mama. He said, fuck you. And, fuck, your mama. And he said that you drug his dead mama, and he's going to keep your mama picture up on his lab, and he's going to put your mama picture up anytime he want to. And he called him a stupid, ragged ass bitch. And he said that Tommy is blaming everybody for what he's doing. That he the one fucked up. But you don't need to be blaming everybody because of the fuck ups that you do, Tommy. Okay? Let me see, is that all the beef sector I need to talk about? Because I got some days of stuff. And just one moment. Let me see. uh, yeah, he said that Tommy blaming everybody for him doing fucked up shit. But he the one doing it, so he need to be mad at himself. Okay, now that's all the beef sector stuff. Okay, now this is I've been going through the Mo3 beef sector, and yesterday the captain did a live, and they're supposed to be having this challenge over there in October. The boots, dukes, and line dancing, and the prize is gonna be like $1,000. That's where the pot starting at. But people have been donating, so it's gonna go up. It's gonna be a winner take all. Like whoever win this contest, they win. And let me get out of the notes for the rules of the contest, how they were standing the other day. Okay, it's gonna be October the 10th. October the 30th at 5 o'clock Pacific, 7 o'clock Central, and 8 p.m. Eastern. It's called the Dukes and Boots and Line Dancing Challenge. At the beginning, there will be 8 slots available. And it's gonna be 2 alternates in case if 2 of the people that out of the 8 that's already chosen to participate, there's gonna be 2 alternates in case one of some of the 8 bag out. He got 2 people, two in the wing that can take one of their places. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be 2 rounds. The first round is the boots round, and that's like the costume, like with your boots and your costume, whatever you're wearing, whatever kind of outfit you have on. Okay, and out of that first round, they're going to pick 4. The judges will pick the best 4, like the best dressed ones or the best costume. Okay, then those 4 will do their line dance. And whoever get voted as the winner, they will get the pot. And like I said, the pot starts at $1,000. But it is going to be more than $1,000 for whoever wins. Because people have already started donating. So from here to the 30th, people may be giving money. And people might be giving money the day of. Well, whatever that pot wind up being, one winner will get all that money. Okay? And they really going to be technical on the line dancing, like keeping up with the music, whatever dance moves you're doing. It's going to be like really technical for the amount of money they're giving out. Now, you can also have partners. You can have people to dance with you if you want. But if you do have people to dance with you, y'all got to have y'all shit together, because if you got one person that's offbeat any kind of way, it's going to be a major cut. There's going to be against against your score. So if you feel that you and your partner are good enough, whoever or however many people you have, go for it. But the pot is for the person that signed up. It'll be your responsibility to get your friends, whoever win with you, part of that winnings. Okay? So they made that perfectly clear. Okay? And they're going to have a special guest judge. I don't know who that's going to be. And the judges so far are Bimp, Broadway, 357 Broadway, Big Lack. but then they're gonna have a special judge. Now I don't know who that is. I don't know. I don't know if he's gonna announce who that's gonna be, you know, or not. Now I don't know if I went over this the last time I went live. I can't remember. But Ken and Octavius, they were supposed to have went to court on the 3rd of this month. Well, Octavius say he won. Ken didn't go. He didn't show up. So I don't know if it's for a restraining order or whatever. But the way that Octavius and Kiki, the girl Kiki, were talking, the way she explained it, it was like for a restraining order. And she say that she will be going back whatever court date they give her to go back, to get it extended. Because, see, he probably ain't going to show up again. So that's how that is. I don't know what's going to go on with that. I'm not really involved in it. I'm just telling y'all what I know, the part I know. And if you want to know more about it, you can go to Octavius. And I don't know if Kiki been doing her own lives about it, but I know she had been over to Octavius. Okay, like yesterday, another thing, Captain said that Gina cannot come back to his YouTube page. That she's not welcome on his live. You don't like to hit the link on YouTube. She can't do that anymore. Now, he says she can come over there to Twitch. Whenever he over there, he might let up and he might not. But I don't know what she said or what she did to make him mad. But she's not welcome on his YouTube anymore. And then he also did a live. He was talking about, like they did this pop-up challenge the other day. It wasn't a pop-up. It was like, a short notice live. And it was like on a bend, that bend dances they doing, the contest they've been doing. Well, it was one of those. Now, I didn't watch it. You know how I am about the challenges. I'll find out the next day or at the end or whatever. Well, I don't know who won the contest, but there was a disagreement going on about how people judge, which we have had that over here in the B sector on some of the contests. It was a misunderstanding about that, I hope, and I hope that they'll get that solved, because I don't want Jackie and the captain and her sister and the captain and her mother and the captain into it. But, that ain't my control, but I'll let y'all know how that goes. But Jackie and the captain is really close, and I don't want something about a judging on a contest shouldn't break their relationship up, but it might, because I've seen less to break up YouTube ships. Now Jackie went live after the captain, and she played the captain live over there. I didn't stay for the whole live, and she was discussing what he was talking about. I just didn't want to. Some of these, when people be into it, I don't get involved in it too tough. I just briefly glance over it, and I'll wait a couple of days and see how the shit turn out. And I'll tell y'all how the shit turn out. But Jackie didn't feel like he was mad because they was expressing the way they see things. And sometimes we don't see things the same way. You should be able to agree to disagree. Like we were saying earlier, some people say that Shaquem Lemon out at Shaquem. I'm going to always say, no, he didn't out Shaquem. In my eyes, Shaquem was been out. But in some of the people over here, 9 of the 10 people over here, I'll say I'm one of the 10 people. I'm no, but they're yes. 9 of them over here is yes, and I'm the one that's saying no. But I have a right to agree to disagree. And that's the way I feel like this situation like that concerning the judging, they just disagree and they're on some different sides. To me, it shouldn't be something to fall out over, but hey, it is what it is. Wu got bought down because people got tired of hearing her on Jackie panel. Big Baby, but before they bought her down, Big Baby and Woo was into it, and so they bought her down. Gina and Royalty got into it, and she also got into it with Woo, and she also got into it with uh, what's her name, Sherry. She got into it with Sherry. Okay, now I went back. Candace, she went live, and she don't go live a whole lot, but I got a notification that she had went live, and Room Shaker was over there. Man, Uppity, and Room Shaker. Room Shaker and Lemon got into it, and they like fire and gasoline. You know, he don't like her, and she don't like him. Uh, Room Shaker, she do drag Lemon quite often over there on her panel. That's her business, you know. But they don't like each other. Well, they bumped heads again over there at Candace, and that's one place they seem to bump heads at. The first time I seen them get into it was at Candace. They bumped heads over there one morning, and they drilled the hell out of each other. Okay, and they went low as they can go. So anytime they bump into each other over there, it's up and it's stuck, and it was up and it's stuck the other day over there at Candace. And Candace was just quiet. She, because she liked Room Shaker and she liked Lemon, and she didn't do a shit to stop it. And I don't blame her. I would have stayed quiet too and let them rock and roll, because that ain't their first rodeo over there, you know. And she lets, when the argument is over, she lets both of them know, hey, because they be saying, I was over here first. No, I was over here first. Now, both of y'all support me, and both of y'all welcome over here. And that's how she sells it, She just let them rock and roll, and I don't blame her. Okay. Another thing, SD Page got struck. Now, I told you guys last time that I went live that SD had did a live and he showed channels, cootie cat, her breasts and her cootie cat, all kind of shit he was doing over there, exposing text messages, everything. Well, somebody struck his ass, okay? And so he been down. He hadn't been able to go live, but I have seen him. I seen him over Jackie's yesterday. I seen him at, seen him at Broadway's one day, and come to find out he did get struck. But I think his strike will be up Wednesday or Thursday, and he'll be back in action. If his page didn't get took, and if his page got took, he got 50 other ones, okay? Let me see. Okay, Big Baby went live the other day. Now I'm going backwards, okay? That's the way I do it. I'm going back in time. 88, Big Baby went live, and she had Jackie, Candy Asia, New Era King, Gina, and this girl named Rashida. And this Rashida lady, she is a guy named Roy Lee's sister. And this guy, Roy Lee, he got killed, some years ago. I don't know nothing about Roy Lee, but they do bring up Roy Lee every once in a while over the Mo3 sector and all of that. But, she's supposed to be somebody important, I guess. But she just popped up a couple months ago. Well, when Big Baby, she hadn't been live very long, her and Jack was up there just shooting shit. And Big Baby just say, "Nah, bitch, I don't know why you over here. I ain't letting you on my link." And so everybody was saying, who was that you talking about? And she was saying Rashina, and then Roy Lee's sister, and the girl kept trying to hit the link, and Jackie them say, "Let her come up." Well, the girl come up there, and you talking about cussing. And so, of course, Big Baby started cussing and dragging, and she dropped it. And then later on, here she hit the link again, and they got into it again. It was one of them kind of lives. Okay? And I was saying, Rashida just was bored. She needed something to do. She kind of been hitting panels and stuff of her enemies and all that kind of shit. Um, let me see. That's about it. Candy Asia got into it with New Era King, but New Era King get into it everywhere he go. Somebody, on the panel gonna jump on him before it's over. Um, Mahia went live, and Gina, Jay, Coolin, Royalty. Those are just a couple of the people that was up there. Royalty and Gina got into it, and this is not the Royalty they drink. This is the other Royalty, the one that used to be on the ship with the captain. Her and Gina was into it, and then Jade and Jackie had wound up getting into it on Bimps, and so Coolin played that. When Jade came over to Bimps, she drug the hell out of Jackie, and I was like, wondering why, what the hell this come from? Well, we'll find out. Well, come to find out, Jade and Jackie got into it at Mahail's. I think it was Mahale. Wait a minute, let me make sure. Because I'm going backwards and I got to see. What did he get into it at? Well, I'll get into it later where they got into it. Because CJ came by Mahale's. Now by Bimps. And was telling Bimp them, she came in, she was hot, she was dragging Jack, and she drug it, I don't know how long. And she was 38 hot. And everybody was like, God damn. And so we'll get back to that later on. Well, Mahale went live. And when he was live, Coolin played Bimp live when Jade was dragging Jackie. For the people over there that didn't know. Well, we heard that, and Jade, she was quiet because she was on the panel. She was all for it, okay? Because we was getting to hear her drag Jackie. Where they got into it that I just remembered was over at Jay's over there on Twitch. Jackie had went live over there with Big Baby on Twitch, and they was up there just shooting shit with each other. Jade hit the link and got into it with Jackie. And Jackie, got tired of talking to her, dragging her back and forth. So she dropped Jade. And that's when Jade went on over the Bimps dragging Jackie. Well, Coolin came over to Mahaya's and she played. Jade was there and she played, but Jade was dragging Jackie and Bimps when she drove the hell out of Jackie. And Jade was all for that. But then Coolin turned around and played Jade live where Jackie live where Jackie was over there kicking it with Big Baby and Jade hit the Jackie link. Jade went over there picking and Jackie tore her ass up and dropped her. And then that's when she went to Bimps. See, you have to kind of know where to go to find what you need. So Jade went over there picking and got her ass drugged. And that's why she got mad and went over to Bimps. And when Coolin was playing it over there, she was happy when Coolin was playing her. But then we got to hear how Coolin let us hear how Jackie had drugged Jade. And Jackie told your ass up, girlfriend. I see why you were so mad when you went to Bimp. Honey, Jackie told your ass up. And she didn't want Coolin to play to what Jackie said to her. She just wanted Coolin to play what she was saying to Jackie. But hell, I see why your ass went over to Bimp. All that cussing and shit. Oh, shit. Let me see what else. SD and Big Lack got into it, and Big SD called Big Lack a dope addict, a dope smart bitch, a dope addict, and he was a failed rapper. And he was SD was over there clowning so bad, child. He SD was going to everybody that was on the panel. Anytime somebody hit the panel, he was attack, 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 attack. He was just like that, just going from person to person to person. And so I got tired of hearing that shit. So because see, SD been, like I said, he been showing people that have sent him their news. He been showing that kind of stuff, playing records, showing text on people. Well, I got up there and I hit the panel because he was talking about Beezy. That's this girl he called himself liking now. And they had been into it, but they, because he been dogging her out like he did China and different ones. Well, he was over there showing out so bad and wasn't nobody trying to, he was just full of venom. And he been full of venom lately. So I hit the panel and I said, nigga, you don't even know that Beezy quit you 24 hours ago. You up here showing out and clowning and jumping on everybody. Nigga, you got dumped. And y'all, it was like you could hear a pin drop when I said that because he did not know that he got dumped. Because he thought that him and Beezy was still together and still cool. But he had crossed the line with Beezy, and Beezy said she was through with him. And Beezy was in the chat, and Beezy never said yay or nay. And he was just quiet. And while he was quiet, that's when he was texting Beezy and all that kind of stuff. And different people, because Royalty was on the panel, and she was all in his corner. And I was saying, the people that's in your corner that's on this panel and in that chat, did none of them tell you that you got dumped 24 hours ago? You was the last to know. I said, you ain't, your team ain't shit. You up here looking like a goddamn fool. And then I dropped down, child. I don't know why come people somebody didn't tell that nigga he had been dumped. Okay. And he also found out, okay, it came out, a couple of days before this, that SD had been sending China money, Candy Asia money. And Candy Asia let it be known that the money that SD had gave her, she was giving Captain a cut of that. And I was hollering, now you giving your money to a woman and she giving the money you gave her to another man, child. And I was hollering. So he had took a couple of L's, you know what I'm saying? I told him, I said, nigga, you taking L's. You ain't giving them, you taking them, baby boy. Okay, and 357, he been going live, but he haven't been going live but like every 5 days and stuff. So I don't know if his work been different or what, but he haven't been real active lately. I don't know if I think maybe he working more or something like that, because this ain't, well, he do this every once in a while though. He'll get pissed off and he just stay off of YouTube, and he might have got pissed off about something and we didn't even know it. He just said, hey, fuck being online. Because he do that. You don't see him in the chats or nothing. But I have been seeing him in a couple of chats here and there, but not every day. So I'm thinking that he working more. Gina and Wu got into it. And some of the people that was at 357 was Gina, that guy Ryan, SD, Wu, Royalty, Callie's Kitchen, and Gina and Rue got into it, and Gina and Royalty got into it. Woo and SD got into it, and Woo and Gina got into it. Callie Kitchen, the reason that she hadn't been going live, I was wondering about that. Is somebody struck her? Now, why she got struck, I don't know, but they still striking over there in the Mo 3 sector, okay? So she down for 7 days. So there's two of them over there, SD and her, that's down for 7 days. Okay, and I went by Sincere Citus and Goosey. That's when I found out he was back. I found out he had got back on YouTube the day before that he had hit, wind up over there at Lemons. And so then, of course, after I watched Sincere, I went to see Lemon Live to see if Goosey was back for real. And Goosey is back. And I'm glad Goosey back. I missed Goosey. And I don't know how long he's going to be back this time. And I don't know if he'll be going live, but he has started going live before he left. Another conflict that's been going on is Transparent Talk. TT is still into it with different ones. And another person that she's into it with is Cupcake. Cupcake Speaks. Cupcake had did a live on TT, and she drove the shit out of TT, and TT returned the favor, honey. So if you want to see that, you can go to Cupcakes, and you can also go Cupcake Speaks, and you can also go to Transparent Talk. We call her TT. Okay, I went by Bimp, and Bimp had OG Bobby Johnson, Gina, Pastor J, Book, and that Book, aka Ghost, and Book be over there at Lemons now. I see him over there. Vato, Royalty, Rune Shaker, Jade, DG, Candace, and that Candace, that's the one I went over and that's Rune Shaker, and Lemon was into it. And Candace, it's that Candace. Joe, Big Reed, OG Bobby Johnson, a guy named Justified, and Mayor. And wait a minute. And I'm gonna tell you, this was the funniest shit I've heard in my life. Okay, that guy we call Pastor J, he cockeyed, and he have no nerve to call somebody cockeyed, and I hollered. Do you hear me? He called him a cockeyed fool, and everybody over there rolled when he said that. How you cockeyed and call somebody cockeyed? And when he hit the link over there, he was telling everybody to go over to Martello's, because Martello, y'all come over there and this and that. And Martello don't normally have many people over there on his live, but Pastor J and Martello is cool. Well, then he also later on, like about 10 minutes later, he told everybody to wish him happy birthday. And they was all over at Montello, so he wanted everybody to leave Bimps and come over to Montello because it was his birthday, child. In the long run, that nigga wanted some birthday cash apps and greetings. He reminded me of J Dawn, how she was going around telling everybody it was her damn birthday. I'm glad this shit over. Let me see. Gina got into it with a lot of people over there, because she can be really obnoxious. She got into it with Vado. She got into it with Rune Shaker. She got into it with Royalty. And she got into it with Book, a.k.a. Ghost. And then, of course, I told y'all how Jade had drugged Jackie. She told, her and Jackie had a physical fight before. And she was talking about how she had drugged Jackie across the concrete by her teeth. Uh, she said that she had to go to the dentist after she got through dragging her by her teeth in the concrete. She said that she had to go to the dentist and get her teeth fixed. Because, Jackie had some work done on her teeth, which she got a pretty smile. Uh, and Candace drug Freaky C. They got into it, and she drugged him about having sex with his cousin. Royalty and DG got into it, and she got into it with Joe, and she got into it with OG Bobby Johnson. Uh, she called DG a dope fiend, and he was a lame, funky ass. DG got into it with Gina and Vato. Amori got into it with OG Bobby Johnson and the mayor. And OG Bobby Johnson got into it with the mayor. So over there at Bimps that night, everybody was into it with everybody, child. I think I put, a lot of these links in when I was moving around in different places, but sometimes I be forgetting. Okay, and one day I went by Mysterious, and she was into, on her panel, it was New Era King, Gina, Vato, Christina, OG Bobby Johnson, China, Royalty, Eve, Happy, Roast, Woo, Amori. Okay, Eve was into it with New Era King. Woo was into it with Amori. It was like a winner take all over there. Everybody was fighting. Woo got into it with Royalty and Christina. She was telling Christina a transvestite that she didn't have no ussy and all that kind of stuff. That's how the drag she always do her. And that's when SD also he apologized to Beezy the way he had treated her and all of this. And so he trying to get back cool with Beezy. They probably done made up and stuff, but last I heard, she had dropped him. And that's what I told SD. SD got into it with Shano. And wait a minute. Shano and got into it with Relentless. And Relentless said, Shano, you ain't getting no PUSSY. And Shano told him, you ain't getting nothing either. So both of them, I guess, ain't getting no PUSSY, child. And that is about it. I am been on here a long time, but I have gotten caught up. That's the things I've seen on YouTube. And the hot topic for now is, will Nika answer the battle cry or not? And will Ghetto Intellect have him? I see him in here right now. Has Ghetto Intellect and Lemon kissed and made up? Okay. It's me, Jazzy. Please tell me true about. Yeah, it's the truth about Shakira. She passed away. Sorry to hear that. I'm really sad. Hey, Cuzno. A nice bedtime story. Let me see. Hey, V. Lachey. Yeah, I seen where she passed away. Hey, Prayed Up. Good morning. Cuzzo say I need to drink some water. I've been up all night, honey. I ain't been to sleep. Hey, hey, you in the lab live. Oh, I thought Coolin played the live. You played the lives. Okay, y'all, Coolin did not play the lives. Mahaya played the lives. He played Jade going off over there on Bimps because she come in there hot. I didn't know why she was so mad at Jackie. Well, come Hunter, that ass whooping that she got over there at Jackie's, I would have been hot too. I would have came over there because Hunter, Jackie let Jade have it. But Jade went over there picking at Jackie. Jackie was over there doing her own live. Her and Big Baby up there having girl talk. And Jade called herself on crash. Summer Breeze, please start going live. I enjoy you on the panels, and I know that I would enjoy your lives. I like the questions that you ask. I like how you had Pastor out of his body the other day when you was asking him why was he so evil. I got my life, Summer Breeze. And he told you off the stage 3 times. I loved every one of them because you kept coming back, child. Hey, Godspeed. Hey, Queen Sanity. What I missed, Sanity? You said I just missed it, girl. You want the link, Sanity? It's all kind of stuff happening today while I'm live. Wait a minute. Let me see if Sandy's still in here. Something happened. Sandy, you still in here? I'm getting all kind of gossip in here today. I might have to start going live this time of morning. I'm getting more people in the chat, and they talking. Let me see. Wait a minute. Summer Breeze, okay. And Sandy said, I just missed it, girl. And that was at 8:15. That was like 30 minutes ago. Damn, what I miss, y'all? Vicious Libra, what I miss? Hey. Keisha, what I miss? Jennifer. Miss P, they just fell out. Wait a minute, it was bad. Who? Keisha, who? Hey, Lori, who got into it? Well, let me see. I know we frequent the same bushes, but you gotta watch Lack. The team done broke up. Woo! Woo! Oh my God. Vanessa. Oh my God. Oh my God. The team. Red Treasure. How you doing, sweetie? Ooh, I'm trying to speak before I go back down, child. They say I just missed it. Love Blake, I hope you feel better. Lady Nika doesn't give a shit about Lemon declaring war. Laughable. I know that's right. Well, he declared war, child. And he said if Pizarro wants something, she can get some too. I'm just relaying the message, child. I ain't on nobody's side. Okay? Miss Denise, going at it. You ain't miss shit. Keisha say I ain't miss shit. Miss Denise say they going at it. Jackie and Captain. Okay. Ooh. Oh. Well, y'all, I've been on here 3.5 hours. I think I'm talked out. Den's Diva. I'm going over the big lack because I heard that the team falling apart. Hey, Keisha. Ooh, child. I wonder if they really gonna fall apart or is this a play? Ooh, child. You know they act like they was into it that other time, and they, it was nothing came out of it. Ooh, child. Denise says, baby, tea was being spilled. Ooh, okay, Dean's Diva say Big Lack just finished his live. I hope he don't put it on private, because a lot of them, they take them down. So I'm going over there to Big Lax, and I'm gonna watch the replay, and I'm gonna, for the people that don't know where Big Lack is, when I get over there, I'm gonna drop the link so y'all can see what I'm seeing. Okay? Ooh, child. If y'all haven't hit the like button, hit the like button. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please subscribe to my channel. And if you got a few coins in your pocket, put a couple of coins in my pocket. Okay? I'll see you guys next time. Bye.